One of those days. What up and welcome everybody on YouTube world. Shout out to you. BYU Texas was so close. Yes, I'm never trusting St. Mary's again. Yeah, or Akron. Could have told you that one. I got on St. Mary's as well. Before we do anything though, shall we check out the bracket? Oh, it looks beautiful. I love how filled out it is. And just to check the TBWZ group and give some flowers where flowers be due. Shout out Andres and Slinger. Right now, Andres is in first place. Boy, oh boy, give it up for Andres. Jerba. And oh my gosh, Andres also not only in first place, he's also reached a 3-stream streak. Unbelievable, Andres. Thank you so much. In second place, was a 3-way tie between Tanner from California. This is the homie. My mom and Cole Slinger Skeen. Shout out to Slinger. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Tanner. Now, fellas, my mom is going to play in the games and participate with us as a show as long as you guys are not freaking horrible people. So, seriously, I'm not even joking. Do anything, brother, and you are banned for life from this show. You're never, ever watching ever again. That's my mom right there. She wants to support me. She wants to support the show. She wants to be a part of things. She wants to help people. We have a prayer requests in our Discord. Shout out to us. Shout out to everybody involved in the Discord. Shout out to everybody ever. You know what I mean? There is a Discord, and there's a channel on the Discord called Prayer Requests, where you can put any prayer request that you have, anything small or large, and I will pray for you. But also my mother, who is a pastor, will be praying for you. And she's written people who have requested prayer in her prayer journal, and she prays for them every day. TC be getting prayer all the time. Guys, we should all pray for TC. TC had an accident at work, and him and his family are going through quite a spell right now. So prayers up for TC, but he is balling out right now in the bracket, sitting in a cool, tied for 5th place. Now, Vini is also tied for 5th place because Vini rules. There he is. XD was in the lead yesterday. He is now in tied for 5th place. 2 back on the lead of Andres. PV is in here. My guy, Unruly, is in here. Trevor Phillips is in here. Trevor Phillips would be sick. This guy. Everybody. Let's shout out last place, though. Brick Jock is doing absolutely horrible. Oreo is doing absolutely terribly. Mintberry Crunch is doing incredibly bad. My brother is doing horrible. This is Moke Choppa is doing horrible. Moshi is doing awful. And Leland is doing horrible. Leland, this is one of the worst games we've ever seen. He's at a 6% right now. Absolutely not balling. But we absolutely love to hang out and watch sports together. So what are we going to do wrong? That was the worst sentence ever. Here I am trying to segue from things. And I'm like, yeah. And then we all love sports. Shout out to us. Tennessee and Iowa State are going at it right now. Iowa State is absolutely balling on Tennessee State. This team looks very, very good. Alabama and Hofstra are knotted up, brother. Wait a second. 35, 30, 72? What happened? Oh, yeah. We're good. Utah State and Villanova have just tipped. And right now, as we speak, Miami, Ohio, and Tennessee are about to tip. We do think Miami of Ohio is going to win this game. We do think Miami of Ohio is going to win this game. I don't care about the points. I don't care about the plus 11. All I care about in this game is Miami of Ohio winning the basketball game. That's what we got there. Like I said, I also think Utah State is going to win by 3 or more points. But we're going to be locked in on Alabama Hofstra coming out of half. Right now, I'm locking in with you guys on Utah and Villanova. Here's the most annoying thing. Is Miami, Ohio going to win, Zach? Yes, Swaggy. Yes, that's what I have. Rally Cap Sports is in here, my guy. Ohio, OHIO, the real Ohio school is Miami. OH, not OSU. You know, that's a great segue for us. It's a fantastic segue for us. Do you guys, let me know, do you want a game on the screen right here? Do you want a game cast of a game that's going on the screen here? Or do you want, or if not, I just can go full screen me. It's either a game or full screen me. Yes. Nick Wright. Oh, that was a break. Let me know if you guys want game change. But right now, I'm just going to have this game on until Alabama and Hofstra come out of the halftime, essentially. We'll punch in a little bit for you guys in the back. There we go. Beautiful. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like to dribble up and down the court. Rally Cap says, as a Michigan fan, I'm happy they lost yesterday. I'm happy for you, brother. I will say I will be going full screen if I have a clip. But as of now, I'm just rocking with it. Like I said, in about 45 minutes, Tony Casillas will be joining us for a 15-minute Tony's Take. After that, I'm going to be going for a little 5-minute break, and then I'm going live on TikTok. Absolutely going to have a great time today as Utah State continues to roll. Shout out everybody who has Utah State in the bracket. Can we see what the winners got? I'm going to put this down here. Sorry, fellas. Oh, circumcision. Oh, circumcision. So right now, Andres is in the lead. We all need Andres to lose right now. Andres has Villanova over Utah State. Andres has Villanova over Utah State, so we'll be hoping Utah State gets the win. Sorry, Andres. Let's see what else he has. He's obviously got Bama. Andres also had Texas Tech, so we got that win. He has Iowa, and he has Virginia. He already had Virginia, sorry. He's got Tennessee in the Miami, Ohio, Tennessee game. So that can be where some of the discrepancies are found. Andres absolutely crushing it, bro. You are awesome. All right, XD, see you in a bit, bro. See you in a bit. Day 1, March Madness. Shout out to everybody who got to enjoy it. Yeah, I know some of you had to work. I did as well during the day, but luckily I'm able to work from right here on my editing job, and I'm able to watch basketball while I do it. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best. Thursday, Friday are like two of the best days in sports, but then Saturday, Sunday are like, obviously it's half the amount of games, but they're evenly spaced out to a point. I got to stop burping. I got to stop. I don't even know where the burps don't even come from my stomach anymore. They come from like my throat. Utah State up 7 early on Villanova. Balling out. Shout out to them. Every year March Madness rolls around and everyone gets so excited to fill out a bracket and to test their fate against everyone in their office and root for the champion and throw their money on a pile of burning rubble. But then it actually happens. Right? We talk about March Madness for so long. I was very tired. XD said, before I leave, I already know my bracket is cooked. I made it while I was very tired, and I chose Howard over Michigan. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because you were tired. Rest in peace. Get some rest, XD. XD won the NFL playoff bracket, though. He had a perfect playoff bracket. So he is a absolute beast when it comes to picking sports. Just maybe not in March. I always get so excited for March Madness. I get so excited for the games. I get so excited for the bracket. So excited to just talk about it with people. It's almost like the first 4 days, everyone's kind of watching and doing the same thing. No matter who you text, they're in the know of what's going on as Villanova hits a big 3. But then it actually happens. But then we actually get the games. There's one part of the excitement that leading up to it is such a fun time. Just the pure joy and the elation. You know when you're like so hungry? I have a better example. It involves beer, though, and a lot of you have never had beer before. But you know, like on driving home and there's traffic is the worst thing in the world, right? But driving home on a Friday when there's traffic, it's not as bad, dude. It's not nearly as bad because you're looking forward to something. You're looking forward to the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. You're looking forward to the thing. My example with beer was like, bro, driving kind of stinks sometimes. You have a 30-minute drive in traffic, that kind of stinks. But a 30-minute drive in traffic on the way to the bar is not so bad because you know you're about to have a cold one. You know you're about to have a cold one. I have no idea where I was going to go at this point at all. It was going to relate to March Madness somehow. Somehow is going to, but I have no idea. Can I remember? No. We watch any games in the Discord? Dude, absolutely. We're doing we've been chatting it up, hanging out, if that's what you mean. If it's not what you mean, then I don't know what you mean. If you don't know, now you know. Someone finished the sentence. Big 2 right there from Utah State, 22-13. Still a 9-point lead. 12 minutes left in the first half. Does anybody get caught up on the first half and the first quarter thing? Hofstra and Alabama are back. Alabama has taken a lead early in this game. They've gone up to a 43-35 lead, and Iowa State's 2 points away from going up 20 on Tennessee State. Hofstra had a great first half, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to finish this thing out. They're already down a quick 8. What was the first half score? What was the score at halftime? Alabama was up 4 at the half. Alabama was up 2 at the half. Now they're up a real quick 8. Alabama's on a 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Alabama out here balling out. Alabama out here ripping, dude. This is probably going to be our closest game of the day. Not of the day. Of the current show. Of the current show. Today is one of those days, dude. I've lost my mind. I'm off my rocker. I'm completely in a different planet. I know the phone lines do say closed, but the phone lines are officially open. Anybody wants to call in and talk basketball, you are absolutely welcome. Broadcast in the Discord. I don't even know what that means, Andres. Does that mean like a live watch along? I don't think I'm going to do that in the Discord. Not tonight, at least. Maybe someday. Maybe one day. Let's get into the games, dude. Let's get into the games. March is so awesome because it always happens, dude. It shows up. We talk and we fill out our brackets and we say who's going to win and who's going to lose and who's going to get upset. But then we actually get to see it all unfold before our very eyes. Before we know it, we're caught in a hurricane of half-court heaves, buzzer beater threes. This game, this tournament, these kids. The first 4 days of Madness are the greatest 4 days in all of sports. And boy, oh boy, day 1 started with a banger and a half, dude. Just like today, the 9:15 or the 12:15 East Coast game, an electric banger. Today was Kentucky and, oh my gosh, in Santa Clara. I had Santa Clara in that game. That one stung for me, but Kentucky came out on top. Yesterday, it was the 9 and the 8 seeds. It was Ohio State and TCU. It was an awesome start to March Madness, bro. Awesome start watching Ohio State lose to TCU. If you don't love watching Ohio State lose close games in March, I'm just convinced you don't love college sports. I'm going to say it again for the one time. For the one time, Paprika. If you don't like watching Ohio State lose games in March, I don't think you like watching college hoops. It's awesome. Ohio State is one of those schools that, like, collectively as a unit, as a squad, we're just like, nah, they suck, I hate them. We have disdain in our heart towards Ohio State for purpose and reason, ultimately because they're so dominant, which is very frustrating. But whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey, watching Ohio State lose is awesome. Shout out to us. My brother Andres, how are you doing, bro? Let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Andres from Panama City, Panama. How are you doing?
Andres is calling in from Panama. I'm doing good, bro. I'm just enjoying I'm enjoying some of the basketball. How about you?
Just enjoying the fact that somehow I have made a decent bracket. It was all on vibes.
Yeah, so Andres, you are in first place right now in our bracket challenge. Was there any advice that you had going into it? Was there any games you had circled, or were you just let it rip?
It was 3 minutes of vibes. Literally, I just went through and said, let me just pick some of the Texas teams over, the favorite BYU, and literally, like, there was not much more to it. I told my girlfriend, like, I really want to participate to help out the people and, like, to have more people. And it's like, I don't know how I'm first at the moment. So
you popped in because you're like, hey, I'll try it out. I haven't watched much basketball. Now you're in first place on your way to winning $100. You picked some good upsets too. You had Texas over BYU, like you mentioned. You didn't just go chalk. Like you had some good picks in there.
I think A&M was another one that was an upset, or it looked like an upset. So I thought, yeah, just it was all full on vibes. I'm like, yeah, those were schools in the Big 12 whenever I used to watch more basketball. And I was like, yeah. TCU over Ohio State.
Yeah, you had VCU in there. Obviously, you had Texas A&M over St. Mary's. You had Kentucky early in the day. You obviously had Michigan. You had St. Louis. Oh, you missed out on St. Louis. You had Georgia winning that game. And then you had Texas over BYU. Yeah, man, you're having a great tournament so far. It feels good, huh?
Yeah, I still have picks that has made it, so we can still score some points in the second round. So, it's looking decent.
It seems like right now your entire Sweet 16 is still intact, which is where exactly you want to be. If your Elite Eight is intact through the first 4 days, you're in a very, very good spot going forward. But yeah, Andres, you're absolutely crushing it. I know it's a whole lot of money. Any idea of what you would do with the $100?
Yeah, but I'll leave it to the end. I know exactly what I'll do with it.
Okay, we have a surprise on the way from Andres. Were you able to watch any of the games yesterday or any games today?
No. Work has been really busy, but no, I just tuned in at the end of that Texas BYU, but no, I haven't watched any. I might watch our biggest rival game later, KU, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
a K-State fan.
You're a big K-State guy. That's where you went to school, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to watch Kansas lose all together later in the evening. Yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun, dude. I'm just glad you're in the bracket. I'm glad you filled it out, and I'm glad you're number one. You're currently like 10 points ahead of my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And she also went straight up on vibes. She did not look at anything. She just went based off vibes. And she also had Texas over BYU.
Like, Iowa State was in the Big 12. I don't know if they still are. My chemistry teacher, went to Iowa State. So that's how I ended up with Iowa State, if you were wondering.
Dude, I absolutely love it. I was wondering.
Chemistry teacher. My high school chemistry teacher. Yeah.
High school chemistry went to Iowa State, and so you're like, yeah, I'm picking them.
Yep. That's awesome. How we ended up there.
Andres, that is so awesome, bro. Andres, do you like movies?
Yeah.
Are you a movie guy? Do you play video games? Like, what's your main pastime?
Video games, I do Pokemon. Then movies is, some action here and there. The John Wick's ones have been pretty good last couple of years.
Dude, speaking of in video games, I've been replaying the GTA 5 story recently, and it gets so much hate online, but it's such a blast, dude. The missions are so fun.
And then, we do some driving games, so I have like a small rig for, steering wheel, some pedals, so Gran Turismo in PS5, but
I love that. Andres, you're the absolute man. Anything else you wanted to say on your way out, brother?
No, let's see how we are by Monday. I mean, by Monday we should have a clearer picture to see.
Yeah.
If your mom get ahead.
Andres talking about my mom within the first 30 minutes of the show was not on my bingo card. Bro, thank you so much, Andres. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, have a good one.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
My guy, Andres. What an unbelievable start. Hofstra has made it Alabama's made it a 10-point game over Hofstra early. But yeah, like I was saying, man, watching Ohio State lose is super, super awesome. They lost in heartbreaking fashion, which is like even better for us. Having Ohio State lose in the first round of the playoffs against Indiana was awesome. Or the second round, whatever you want to say. Oh, we had a bye. Cool. Well, you watching them lose the Big Ten championship game and then lose to Miami was freaking awesome in football. And then watching them lose to TCU was even funnier. TCU had a 15-point halftime lead before losing the lead and then rattling off a few buckets to tie the game at 61 with a minute left in the game. It's a tale of two halves, man. TCU was up big in the first half. And then absolutely fell off a cliff in the second half. Actually lost the lead to Ohio State before pulling back within 61 with a minute left in the game. Then both teams hit back-to-back threes to get the game to 64. Very, very similar to like the Kentucky and Santa Clara game that we just had, which is very interesting because they were both in the same time slot. Both teams had a couple of huge threes. And then essentially with game out at 64, Xavier Edmonds took the lead for TCU and won the game as Ohio State missed the beater. It was awesome, but it quickly got overshadowed by another team in purple, High Point. Brother, OMG. High Point ruled. Villanova is first half, 10 minutes have gone by in the first half. 1 quarter of this game is over. Villanova makes a 3 to make it a 26-20 game. Utah State up over Villanova at the moment. We also have the Hofstra Pride. Pause, dude. I didn't know their name was the Pride. I knew their logo was 2 lions, which makes sense. But it's the Pride, gayest team in basketball. They've only scored 4 points in the second half. They are off to a SLOW start. Oh my, they've only scored 4 points. Alabama's defense is showing up. And then Tennessee State is getting domed right now by Iowa State. They are 4 points away from a 40-point lead. It's 36-point lead. Something seriously frightening me. Big bucket for Villanova. It's now 26-22. 4-point game. Miami of Ohio and Tennessee have tipped off. Miami of Ohio is up 13-10 early on the Volunteers. One of the worst nicknames in all of college sports, the Volunteers, right? It's a, how do I put this? I am a volunteer. I'm someone who does volunteer at my church every Sunday. I give a lot of my time away. I volunteer a lot of things. I have no idea why the heck they've ever, anyone decided to name their team the Volunteers. Why? Do we know why? Should we look it up together? Let's look it up together. Why is Tennessee the Volunteers? Well, it's the Volunteer State. Tennessee is known as the Volunteer State, and its university teams are the Volunteers due to a long history of military service, specifically when thousands of Tennesseans volunteered to fight in the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War. The name highlights the state's historical willingness to answer the call for troops, so they're stupid. War of 1812, the nickname was earned to win over 2,000 Bro, you named your whole state after 2,000 idiots? Just kidding. The War of 1812 wasn't even like a fight for our country. It wasn't even a noble war, was it? Oh. Villanova tips in for 2. Makes it a 5-point game. They then fought. Was the War of 1812? Was that even a someone help me out with this. How do I put this? Was the War of 1812 even a noble war? Wasn't that, I know there was the French-Indian War. Wasn't the War of 1812 like France and Britain? Wasn't it mainly fought in Canada? I'm very confused by this. If someone is able to do some research on the War of 1812 and then call into the show and give us a 5-minute thing on the War of 1812, that'd be huge. And if not, I totally love you. The Mexican-American War, they sent 30,000 men. Okay. 30,000 men, now you can be the Volunteers. But it was in the early 1900s when the University of Tennessee athletic teams adopted the Volunteers nickname. They were the Vols. There were the Vols and the Lady Vols. Their well-known moniker. Moniker is one of my favorite words. Villanova, big shot, 4-point game. Utah State passing it around. There's a 3 off the back of the rim, rebounded by Villanova. Villanova's got the ball, 6 minutes left in the first half. Down 4. They drive the paint, and there's a foul. 2 free throws for Villanova. Oh, that's the longest shot of all time. Did you guys see that? That was us versus British second independence war. That's right. Thank you for saying us, Andres. You and me. My girlfriend is an art curator. She's an encyclopedia of information. She sounds cool. She sounds cooler than my girlfriend. Mine is non-existent. Mine doesn't even exist. Mine is in the ether somewhere far, far away. On a galaxy far, far away, ZachFindsLove.com. I've realized I'm not going to be able to be married ever if I continue to do this show. It's quite a moral conundrum. I can either continue to do this show and ball out as hard as I possibly can, or get married and have kids. There is no in between. There is no way I'm going to be able to have both. Just kidding. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I can make anything happen. She used to work in a cool museum in LA, and then she moved here. Was it the MoCA? The Museum of Contemporary Arts? Or was it the Getty? If she worked at the Getty, she is so sick. The Getty is my favorite museum in the universe. Even though the British Museum was pretty cool. Actually, my favorite museum in the world are the Smithsonian's. I don't even know if they all count. If I had to choose one, the Museum of Natural Sciences at the Smithsonian. Shout out to them. Or the Air and Space Museum, the Air and Space Smithsonian is also awesome. Ohio, Miami of Ohio needs to ball out. Come on, guys, figure it out. Iowa Clemson does not tip off until what time? We got about 2 hours till Iowa versus Clemson should all go according to plan, which is actually perfect for us. Clearly, you've never been to the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. Clearly not. The Talking Balls guy. But I have seen the Cliffs of Moher, if that matters at all. What does the Cliffs of Moher have to do with the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum? I don't know. Absolutely nothing. You know what? Look it up. Ulster Folk and Trans People. And Trans People. It is a museum in Northern Ireland. Oh, the North. I wasn't able to visit the North. I did not feel like going back into the UK. All of my British pounds remained in me. All my pounds remained in me bag. I had to use all my euros when I was in Dublin on the paddy wagon, heading west to the Cliffs of Moher. It was a beautiful day too. I'm back and I'm locked. Yes, sir. It was windy. It was. The Ulster Folk Museum in Northern Ireland. This is the most Irish-looking house ever. The most Irish-looking house ever. It's that house like you stumble across, you're like sick, and you're like on the road for whatever reason, you don't have a car. And like before you can even knock on the door, someone's like, "Hello, can we help you?" "Oh, yes, I'm very hurt. I'm very sick." Where is this? How north are we talking? I didn't know this before I went to Ireland. Oh, we're in Belfast. Belfast. Is there a train that goes from Belfast to there's nothing over here. Never mind. What's the point? I didn't know this, but Northern Ireland is a different country from Ireland. They have different currency. They have different everything. That's your house. Let's do a home and home, dude. I would love to be on your guys' show or do some clips together or something like that. Or a segment. I don't know. Hit me, DM me on Instagram. Let's figure something out. You guys seem like cool dudes. You guys have nice clips too. Dude, look at these places. This is the most Irish. Ireland is the most Irish thing in the whole world. Bray. Oh, yes, we vacationed in Bray, south of Dublin. Take the M11 down to Wicklow. Crossing on to the Rathcoole. In the Carlow. In the Port Louis. Mount Mellick. Port Ellington. Kildare. Arthey, Stadbally, Castlegumma, Ballyragget. Bro, you guys can't even see this, can you? What kind of balls talk? Look at this place, Ballyragget. And Ballyatona, Finnan, Janeville, Toormore, Torbeg, Dorigmore, Parks Grove. Parks Grove sounds like a suburban spot in Southern California or like Utah. Dude, Ballyragget? Imagine being born and raised in Ballyragget. My friend Mark Hay was born and raised in Cork. Hey, he's from Cork. Here's Cork. These are the Cliffs of Moher. This is where I was. The Trally. Listowel. Man. Cork. Kilkenny. Cashel. Limerick. Hey, Gliz. What was it you were in Ireland for? I went to Manchester for an Oasis concert. Villanova just knotted it up 31 apiece. I went to Manchester for an Oasis concert, and me and my little brother made a little bit of a trip out of it. So we went to Lisbon before the show, and then went to Manchester, and then we finished our trip over in Dublin. Just do 2 days in Dublin, and just explore the Irish countryside, which is what we did. It was awesome. It was raining the whole time in Dublin, but once we got to the Cliffs of Moher, it was very nice and beautiful and bright and shiny. Oh my. Oh me. Oh my. Tennessee has taken quite a lead. Oh crap. 23-15 is an 8-point lead with 11 minutes left in the first half. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good for Vini, but we fight and we try. It makes me sad. But we move on. We move on. The game of the day yesterday for me, after one team in purple dominated TCU over Ohio State, quickly, the other purple team said, hold my beer, brother. Hold my beer. Everything turned mad. As March finally turned mad with High Point pulling up the upset against Wisconsin. I love High Point's coach. Did you guys see High Point's coach? I got to show you this dude. This is like, how do I put this? This guy is so like, they didn't believe in us. They never believed in us. They thought we were going to lose by 1 million. And here we are. What is it called? What's that called? It's like a dude who, he's so like manufacturing hate, right? He knows that they are Cinderella, that they are everything. He knows that High Point is the belle of the ball right now. They're the lady of the dance. They're the one that everyone wants to take home for just like to hang out. Fully clothed. They are the team that everybody loves, but he has to manufacture this whole hate thing. It's so fake, but it's so awesome because you could tell he actually believes that he's crazy.
Your first NCAA tournament game, Coach Klayman.
It looks pretty obvious to me that high majors need to play mid-majors during the season because they said we ain't.
Couldn't be closer to this guy. This is make-out territory. Neither guy has to move very far to start macking. They could just lean in 2 degrees and be lip to lip, locked up, tongue wrestling on the middle of the court. Going full gay at a basketball game. Coach High Point? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Coach High Point? I'm going to lower the soundboard. Is it too loud, guys? Flynn Klayman. First of all, if my name was Flynn, I would never let anybody know. The only like popular Flynn I've ever known of in my life is Walter White's retarded son. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Walter Jr. The most annoying part is the character is obviously not mentally incapacitated. It's more of a physical issue with Walt Jr., but the kid acts I mean, I want to hang out with Lewis. It's because of the speech impediment. But all that kid wanted was breakfast, hanging out with Lewis. Also, he was such a pussy in the end. If my dad was like, "Hey, I'm a meth kingpin," remember at the very end, he's like, "Yeah." I can't do the voice without sounding horrible. I can't do the voice without sounding absolutely horrible. What up, Work with G? Woo Pig Suey. That's Arkansas, baby. That's Arkansas. But yeah, Flynn Klayman is the head coach at High Point. Like I said, the only Flynn I've ever known about outside of Walter White's retarded son.
Nobody. We played some.
So close they could make out.
Your first NCAA tournament game, Coach Klayman.
It looks pretty obvious to me that high majors need to play mid-majors during the season because they said we ain't played nobody. We played somebody now.
He thought it was going to end right there. He thought it was going to end right there. We played somebody now. He dropped the mic. And then this smiling dude. This guy's face is so flat right now. Who is this guy? Why is he smiling so much? I just don't like anything about him. He dyes his hair. You can tell.
Play nobody. We play
this guy wishes he had my haircut.
somebody now.
How'd you do it?
Worst follow-up question ever. How'd you do it?
Feels unreal.
Didn't hear the question. Feels good. He's like, well, no, hey, it's pretty clear that high majors need to play mid-majors. Hey, it's pretty clear high majors need to play mid-majors because they said we didn't play anybody. We just played someone now. Drops the mic, and then the guy goes, how'd you do it? And he said, it feels good.
Because I know how good of a team we have. It feels unreal. Because I know. They said we didn't play nobody. We played somebody now.
Mic drop.
How'd you do it?
Feels unreal.
Oh!
Because I know how good of a team we had. But nobody would play us. Just like they wouldn't play Miami, Ohio.
The dude from Tangled is Flynn? What dude? The guy with the swords pointed at him? Like Kevin Durant's profile picture guy?
Coach, you were down by 10 early on. What changed?
We just settled in. We settled in.
Trying so hard to get his team not... Oh, dude, this guy's so sick.
We just settled in.
The hand. Hey, guys, stop. There's 19 of them.
We settled in. We got a hell of a team.
They're just attacking their coach. This is so cool. This is what March is all about, man. And then Coach Flynn, Coach Klayman had this to say after the game once his thoughts became a little bit more clear. Flynn Rider? I don't know who that is. Top 5 most famous Flynns? Top 5 Flynns? Ranking all Flynns? Skylanders, what is that? Flynn Rider, the charming thief from Disney's Tangled. Captain Flynn, the bombastic, boom-loving pilot from the Skylanders video game series. Earl Flynn, yeah, the legendary Hollywood swashbuckler actor. That is his last name, though. Flynn Carson, the main character from the Librarian movie franchise. Everybody knows the Librarian movie. What the heck is the Librarian movie? Is this one of those horrible, like, action films? Oh, this looks horrible. 2004, not rated. Can we get a trailer real fast? Can we get a trailer? Send you a message on Insta in case I forgot. It's beer o'clock. Dude, get after it, bro. Yeah, let's talk soon. An innocent woman is betrayed. What the hell are we watching? By her jealous sister accusing her of shaming the family. What is this? Leading to a traditional ritual at the hands of her father? Why are there no words? Who believes she betrayed his name? An honor killing. Legal murder. Water. Purity. A powerful story that grabs you by the lapels and doesn't let go, from Brad Butler. Light of the Desert. Is this a commercial for a book? But Nora survives. This is the most AI horrible crap in the world. This is a truck trailer, yeah. My buddy Frank in Florida was telling me how he uses those for the Gators. What? Arabian women? Traveling around the world in hiding. Haunted by a dangerous man. Hunted. Who discovered she is still alive. With a vow to bring her to justice. Only courage and forgiveness will save her. Only fans will save her. This is horrible. Does this make you want to read this book? Oh, now I want to read it. Now I want to read it. They should have just told me author was a bad. They should have just told me author was a Baddie. Villanova is taking the lead. They're up 2 over Utah State. Utah State did just hit a free throw, though. It's a 1-point lead for Villanova. The heck is this? LucettWalters.com. Do you think her website is popping off right now? LucettWalters.com. Safari can't find server. All right. Sorry, Lucette. Love you, girl. Love you, Shoddy. Tennessee is up 9 now on Miami of Ohio. Alabama. 8-point game. Alabama and Hofstra Pride. We're probably going to turn this one on in just a second as Utah State continues to struggle. They have the ball, though, against Villanova. Driving, passing out to the 3. 12 sets of screen. 3, ball goes up. Brick City. Iowa State's going to win the game. Iowa State's going to win the basketball game. The big one we have right now, Alabama only up 8 on Hofstra. A lot of people were talking about Hofstra. We even had a kid call into the show and say that he picked Hofstra in his Final Four, and error occurred. Oh, yeah, I forgot. True TV can go absolutely blow up and die. How do you do Harikari? I need True TV to, I need the CEO of True TV to find a very, very tall building and jump. Not for any other reason besides it just, he's ruining my day. He's ruining my life. He's ruining everything about what I want and my joy and my pride. This is what I want to do for a living. I want to be this guy. How do we do this? I think I could be him. Dude, I was hanging out with my friends Franklin, Trevor, and Michael last night. Dude, we got into some shenanigans, bro. We had a crazy night. I'm surprised I'm even doing this show, bro. Bro, they could turn around True TV if they gave you a show. Absolutely. Imagine True TV is the first linear television network to provide TBWZ with a show. I would be providing them with a show, to be honest with you. Put me on Fox. Put me on CBS. That's part of phase 3. We're currently in phase 2 right now. I think UCLA will win the madness. Dude, you know what? Gliz, that's entirely possible. We're about 12 minutes away from Tony Casillas. I do have some more on High Points, but we are getting a phone call right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up? My name is Andre from Maine.
What is it? From where?
Maine, United States.
You're breaking up pretty bad.
Sorry. I'm from Maine.
You're from Maine.
States.
Nice. Oh,
Andre.
from the United States. Andre, what part of Maine are you from?
Yes, sir.
Hello, brother.
Yo, what's up?
We're having trouble hearing you. What part of Maine are you from?
The northern part.
All right. Well, you're lying about where you're from, brother, so we're going to hang up. That is tough, dude. The northern part. The northern part. Where are you from? Maine. Oh yeah, really? What part? The northern part? They have great lobsters up in Maine. Yeah, not very nice women. Just kidding. Shout out to the women of Maine. I will say though, being like born and raised in Southern California does skew your experiences of the clientele of the rest of the world, if you know what I mean. If you can pick up what I'm putting down. That dude was so scared to call in too. There are two kinds of Andres. There are ones like Andres and there are ones like Andre, who Andres knows where he's from, knows his story well. Then there's guys like Andre from Maine, quote unquote, that don't know what is happening in their world, in their I don't know. Miami, Ohio is pissing me off right now, making me so upset. I backed this team. I said they were good. I picked them in my bracket. And then they're treating me like crap. French and African Americans. What are we talking about? Two Andres. There's French Andres and then there's African American Andres. Yeah, white and black Andres, like what I like to call them. White and European. I am not the biggest fan of Europeans anymore. Just kidding. Not really. I was never a fan of Europeans. There's some Europeans I like. For me, people in Ireland are not European. People in the UK are not European. There's Irish people and there's English people. Everyone in the UK is English, including the Northern Irelanders. The Northern Irelanders are UK. They're English. And including Wales, Glasgow, all those people. I'm not calling you Glasgowian, right? We're getting another call from a scary phone number. It's all these same guys. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Tyler again.
Shut the
What's
fuck up, dude.
Okay. That person just got blocked. I wonder if there's any dual sports players in the madness. Interesting. Like guys who are playing both football and basketball. Block. Hey, whoever's calling right now, the 631 number ending in 67, you've been blocked, brother. Congratulations, you're out. You're never calling into the show ever again. Joke's on me, though. The half has ended with Utah State and Villanova. Villanova's going into the half with a 2-point lead over Utah State. As Alabama and Hofstra, boy, oh boy hole. What? If you want to pay the troll, if you want to cross, wait. You got to pay the troll toll to get into this boys hole. That's what it is. That's what it is. We are 7 minutes away from a date with Tony Casillas. I just wanted to, Doc. We met the High Point coach. They're a perfect team for a Cinderella run. They have the perfect name, the perfect colors. You know, the name High Point. It's got a Cinderella ring to it. It's unbelievable. It's so good. There's the student radio of High Point was at the game doing their own student broadcast for the student run radio program at High Point. Dog, you gotta watch this. This is the best video from the tournament so far.
Driving, step back. In circles now. Johnson, catch and shoot. That's what they needed. Timeout. Portland. Do you believe it? Go. Here comes Johnson. The layup.
Wow. To take the lead.
Takes it in bounds. 9 seconds. Boyd wants it inside. Drive. 6 seconds. Block. Now Boyd, they launch down court. Anderson gets it. Throw on the glass slipper. It's a Cinderella story.
Wow.
Portland, Oregon. For the first time in program history. High Point breaks through. We will see you in the round of 32.
Put on the glass sipper. Sipper. Bro, for the first time in program history, High Point breaks through. We will see you all at the round of 32. Wow! That kid is awesome. That kid was on fire. They went down in the second half and battled all the way back to take the lead and ultimately win the game. They were down 10 points at one point in the second half as Alabama's up 7 right now on Hofstra. Hofstra, long 2, brick, rebound, Alabama. Chase Johnston was the hero in this one. He made a fast break layup. That 631 number, I'm not taking calls right now. Chase Johnston was the hero in this one as he made a fast break layup, take the lead with 11.7 seconds left on the clock. It was the kid's first 2-point field goal the entire season. The first 2-point field goal the entire season for this kid. That's Cinderella stuff right there. After the game, Johnston said, just to be on this stage and play a game like this, something you dream about. I remember playing basketball with my brother in the backyard, one-on-one. We had our own little brackets, picking what teams we wanted to be and trying to win March Madness. Such a lie. Johnston said, and now to be on this stage with these guys and being able to hit a couple of shots and finish the layup, it's just something I'll never forget. No. It's so awesome, dude. Like it's what March is all about. Is a kid like Chase Johnston, who hasn't hit a 2 all year, ends up hitting the game-winning 2 for his team. A team in High Point that's never been to the round of 32. A team in High Point that's never done anything substantial in the dance. A team that's never been this far. It's so awesome, dude. Everyone wants to be High Point, dude. Every team wants to be High Point. But no team wants to be Wisconsin. Oh, boy. To be Wisconsin, man. You're going into this tournament as the 5 seed in a Big Ten that's all caught up to you. This is Wisconsin. This is a school that used to be very, very good in basketball. And in the last few years have not been anything that special. I haven't seen a Wisconsin team in basketball and been like, dude, this team is dominant. I believe in Wisconsin. If anything, every single year I'm picking them to get upset. This year I did not. This year I thought they were actually decent. I thought they played a lot of good competition in the Big Ten. They were a good team. Turns out I was wrong. And now as a 12 seed, High Point gets a pretty decent game coming up here on Saturday. The games on Saturday are awesome. Alabama's now up 8 points with 4 minutes left in the quarter. We got about 3 minutes till Tony can see us. I'm going to take a call. What is up, brother? What's up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Zach. I'm from Long Island.
OMG. Did you watch the Long Island game?
No, I didn't. I was sleeping.
You were asleep?
Yeah, I'm not feeling too great.
At 3 p.m. you were sleeping?
Yeah, I'm like a little late over. I had a flight.
Do you spell it Z-A-C-H or Z-A-C-K?
C-K.
Oh, you spell it like Zach. That's pretty cool. Well, bro, you're calling in the show. What do you want to talk about?
I wanted to say, like, free Andrew Rizzi.
Tennessee is up big right now in Miami of Ohio. It's a 14-point lead with 4 minutes left in the first half. Wow. Unreal what's happening right now. I really did think Miami of Ohio was going to come out and win this game. I look like an absolute idiot right now. I look like a fool. Utah State and Villanova is still at the half as of right now. But we continue to roll and we continue to rock. Dear Jesus, please help me. Please, 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 please. Turning inspection right now, right? Bad if they charge you, let me know. I got my security deposit all the way back from my apartment, guys. That is the news of the day for me, for Vini, for us, for everybody in betweeny. Yes. I've got notes on all of the games for yesterday. I've got notes on NBA. I do have an updated MVP. His name is Luka. It ends in Doncic. Shout out to us. Luka Doncic is my new MVP. By far. I'm going to get to my take about Luka being the MVP. There's a moment where the games kind of settle before the third slot. Because there's 4 slots basically in March Madness. There's the early slot. Then there's this slot 2, which we're kind of in the middle of right now, and each have 4 games on the first 4 days. 4, 4, 4, 4. Call me Wendy's boy, because I got that 4 for 4. Oh! I mean, dude, sometimes, bro. Sometimes I'm on a different level. And it's hard for people to even understand. Oh no, I've got everything mixed up. Everything is wrong. Select a speaker, Scarlett. Select a microphone, Scarlett. Unblur the background. Close that window. Backgrounds, unblurred. Start meeting. Tony Casillas is hopping on with us in just a moment, brother. And he's coming from Germany. Admit. Here we go. Guys, I know it's March. I know we've had a great time, but we do, of course, get to be graced by the lovely presence of our favorite comedian in the world. Veenies, weenies, everything in between. He's giving up for Tony Casillas.
What's up? What is up, Vuji boy? How are you doing?
Tony, I'm doing great, man. We're in the middle of March, bro. I'm having a great time enjoying March.
You like March? Why do you like March?
Because March Madness.
It's a little mad.
Hey!
It's a little crazy.
It's a little mad.
How's Tony, your bracket doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in like third place. My mom is currently in second place of the TBWZ bracket.
Really?
Yeah, she's in second place.
So if she wins, you have to give your mom. If she wins, you have to give your mom $100.
Yeah, she has to pay herself $100.
I hope your mom wins.
Me too.
That would be so funny.
It would be funny. And then in first place is Andres. Go on.
She should beat you, and then she should get to host the show for a week.
Dude, she'd be good for like 10 minutes. And then I'm convinced.
Honestly, I think the show would skyrocket. Because we have enough male sports analogies yapping. But what about we need a mom talking about sports.
We do.
But it was like taking them to baseball practice, and I was like, oh great, my son has no talent, but I still got to take him.
I wonder how many parents.
Imagine that mom. The mom that knows their kid isn't going to go pro and still has to take him to like basketball practice. That's a real trooper.
I wonder at what age you realize your kid's not very like good at sports.
I think you give it a season and you go, if he like gets a little better, then you're like, okay, we'll keep doing it. But if it like stays the same or like gets worse, you're just like, shit, but he likes it.
One season, Tony? You're pulling the leash really quick.
You got to get better. My thing is, you got to improve. Like, if you start the season off, you can barely hit the ball, and then by the end of the season, you're hitting. You got like a solo in, or you got a double. Hey, you got a little better. We're doing it again. But if by the end of the season the bat's just flying out of your hand, I'm like, you're done, kiddo. Baseball ain't for you.
Yeah, you need to work on your grip. Tony, are you wearing a bomber jacket? You look fly right now.
I got it in Germany. It's a little European.
It is a little European. You just got back from Germany. Yeah. XD1 is in the chat saying he just watched your new video on TikTok. Someone put their wiener in an electrical socket? ?
Yeah. Oh, it was like a bit I did about how Germans, because they have socialized healthcare, they act so reckless. They like cross the street without looking both ways. I saw a guy stick his dick in the electrical socket. I said, why? And he goes, I just wanted to see what would happen. You know, it's just silly little thing I did.
Dude, so first of all, why were you in Germany? Second of all, how was Germany?
I went because my family lives out there. My mom lives out there. And then my grandpa and he's like getting old, so I wanted to go. He asked me to come visit him before he passes and stuff.
Yeah.
So we just hung out at my grandpa's like little 250 people village for 10 days.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. I hiked every morning. It was actually like mentally was amazing. Just hiked, wrote in the woods. There's something about riding while a fox is just looking at you, deciding how he's gonna eat you. He's gonna eat you with a little barbecue sauce, or he's gonna eat you with a little teriyaki. And
I've always found that like my writing gets a lot better if there's a presence of moss in the area. If I'm just like in a wooded area that's also like dark enough to grow bacteria, it's like a good place to fester ideas and to write.
Is that why your old apartment had like fungus? That's when you came up with this show idea, because the fungus just like warped your mind, and you're like,
And then right when I moved out, I got a bunch of clarity, and I'm like, what am I doing? But I'm too far into it.
What if I fought kids about LeBron James?
Dude, I posted 4 times in a row about LeBron James, like ready for war. Yeah. And like, I think I need to rile up the LeBron James sucks people a little bit more, because they seem slightly defeated.
Yeah, I think it's over, because I think I think what he's doing, it's like you really can't say he sucks.
No.
Especially what he's doing. And like, I don't know, he's pretty great. He's like, he's likable. Like, because Jordan wasn't that likable.
Jordan was a nasty guy.
he was an asshole. His teammates didn't really like him. It seems like everybody in the league likes him. You see him like with. I saw a video and it made me tear up. It was a kid that just goes, Mr. James, can you sign my shoes? And then he like was walking away and he goes, please. And then LeBron goes, okay, because you said please. And he like ran over there. I was like, he seems like a great guy.
He seems awesome. It's like just because the kid said please. Also, LeBron, I heard this, and you could probably attest to this. Someone told me long ago that you stop aging the minute you get famous. Like, you stop kind of growing. Right? Think of it like you become famous, and like that's kind of a calling card from society and from like the greater people that like, hey, you are good the way that you are right now. We like you in your present state. So often when people get famous, whatever age they are, they kind of stop growing and stop aging because they're like.
That's why Leo only fucks 20-year-olds is because he got famous in his 20s, and he's like, this is all I know.
Exactly right, and that's why LeBron James is a child and lies a lot and can't really read books because he got famous when he was 16 years old. He's still basically a teenager.
You walk in his room and he just has crusty socks.
Yeah.
His wife is like, do you want to sleep with me? And she goes, ew, you have cuties. And then he's like,
no.
Ew, I'm gonna put in my sock.
Dude, 16-year-old LeBron James.
Can I tell you something I did in Germany a lot?
I want to hear about your whole Germany trip.
My Opa loves soccer, and I'm a soccer fan as well. So we watched a lot of Bundesliga and Champions League soccer.
There we go.
And it was just so fun because I hadn't watched soccer in a minute just because I've been busy and the time differences can be hard to like catch up on all the games.
Absolutely.
But dude, because the NBA gets shit on for like the flopping, brother. In soccer, it is 100 times worse.
Yeah.
A guy will get like his little toe stepped on, and then he'll fall to the ground and give like a Daniel Day-Lewis acting performance. Like he just saw his wife get shot in the face. He's crying, rolling over, and then they get the penalty, and then he stands up and he's just like, "I'm good." Yeah. It's like crazy.
He goes full Lincoln. Who was that in the background of the shot?
That was the ghost of the comedy mothership. His name is Friedrich.
Oh, nice.
Get away, Friedrich.
You watched a lot of soccer on the tube, hanging out with Opa and with everybody over there. What's the part of Germany that when you come home you're like, oh gosh, thank God I don't have to deal with this anymore? Like every European country has something awful about it. For me, it's the electrical outlets are terrible everywhere you go, and the caps on water bottles stay attached to the bottle.
Attached now because
get out of here.
It's because my buddy put this perfectly. He's German. He goes, Germany's trying to solve the environmental issues, but they don't realize that, hey, if everybody else doesn't do it, the world will still burn. It's not like the whole world is gonna burn and then Germany's gonna be alone in space just guiding through. You should have done what we did. It's like, hey, what's the point? Also, the cap isn't saving anybody.
No. It's like when I think about the environmental things that we're doing here in America to like help the environment, every time I do something like recycle, I'm like, oh good, but then I remember India exists.
Yeah.
And there's like there's a billion people in India just throwing their trash on the street and then burning it.
Yeah, they're just shitting in a lake and also bathing in that lake.
Yeah, and then China exists too.
One thing that was like annoying but funny was they have this new rating system on the food to say how nutritional, like the value. So it'd be like a 5 will
nutritious,
be green.
I think it's the word you were looking for.
Very nutritious, and then a 1 is bad. And so they had like these pizza rolls, and it was a 1, and it's like, hey man, I'm already eating pizza rolls. You don't gotta tell me it's bad,
dude. Also, like what is everything that's a 1 is gonna taste good.
Yeah.
But the odds of something being a 5 and tasting good are like 10%, but everything that's a 1 is batting 1,000.
Also, one thing though that I found out, the chips out there, they have the Doritos nacho cheese, and they had a 3 or 4 because they don't use like artificial food dye. And brother, I gotta say, they kind of slap.
Really? I thought the dye was gonna make them taste way better.
The guy, I did too, and I thought it was gonna. Honestly, I was like, they were like a little pale, and I was like, I like my chips really orange. Like I like my nacho chips like my president, orange.
Paprika.
Yeah. But I tried them, and honestly, they're not as strong, but they kind of kick ass, and I kind of love them.
Dude, that sounds so good. But they were pale. They were almost brown.
Yeah. Can I tell you one thing that did annoy me though? Is that everybody that found out I was American, these Germans, they have this attitude like they didn't do World War II, because they're like, oh, you're American? Wow, you have like a Hitler-like dictator now with Trump.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not a big Trump guy. I don't like the guy. I think he's doing a lot of messed up stuff, and I think he's fueled by hate. But also, if you have to compare our guy to your guy's still worse.
Yeah, your guy was burning Jews alive.
Yeah,
which
6 million.
I feel like Hitler has a better Q score in America than he does in Germany at the moment, though.
Oh, yeah, but it's like crazy. They'd go, oh, you're American? Haha. And they would laugh, and I go, you still did the Holocaust.
You did the Holocaust, and there's people here who still wish it happened. It happened in Germany. Where the camp was Auschwitz in Germany? That's a bad question. Like
no, most of the camps were outside because they didn't want the German people to know.
Yeah, they had that offshore.
Yeah, they did it in like Poland. It was offshore. Yeah. Offsite. They did Poland. Czech Republic was a lot.
Doing it having base camp offsite is so funny.
They're like, hey, we can't. They were like, this is so sad.
It is so sad.
I don't want to wake up, get my morning strudel, and then look and just hear screams. Like, imagine getting your morning strudel and then just hear. It's dude, not fun.
Getting morning strudel at all just sounds delicious, dude. Tony, I know you only got a couple minutes because you got to get working. You're at the mothership in Austin, Texas.
I can stay 10 more minutes. I'm good.
I just need your advice on something.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm literally at war right now with a group of 15-year-olds from Long Island, and I don't know what to do about it. It's actually not funny. It's actually horrible.
Okay, what happened? So
I'll just do this full history, and so all the guys who are watching this right now can hear it as well. Not on Monday, maybe on Monday, some kid named Andrew Rizzi, and I'm first name, last naming him because he did it himself, called into the show. Is he related to
the Rizzler?
I think I did ask that.
Okay.
because great minds think alike. He gave me like a couple takes on sports or whatever for like 5 minutes. It was a really good call. And I'm like, dude, anything you want, I always say like anything you want to say to the people on the way out. And he said the N-word, hard R.
No, he didn't.
He just dropped it. And I was like, oh, dude, why did you think that was cool? And then he hung up the phone. And so then I blocked him.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I go live again, and I'm not even joking, 10 of his friends are in the Twitch chat, they're in the TikTok chat, and they're blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
They're all of his homies are calling so much, and they're like giving very fake takes that are actually pretty funny. And some of them are really creative and like very funny. This kid
was
like,
one of the take?
One kid said Tom Brady's a system quarterback.
Oh, I saw that. Honestly, hard agree.
Yeah, not a bad take. One said, and that same kid, Tyler, I think, said that he's got like Hofstra in his Final Four. It was all like really good fun. It was really good fun. And then one kid too said that he said he thinks Cade Klubnik is going to be like the next Lamar Jackson, which is very, very funny. But dude, I was having like a great time with these kids, but also going to war with them. It's one battle after another. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm going crazy. Today, I go live, and they're calling back again. This one kid is calling in. Right away, someone is screaming F words in the background. I hear another kid call in. They're screaming the N word in the background of the call. This kid, Tyler, is in the chat right now, blowing up the chat, trying to get me to unblock his phone number. I've got like 9 different 14-year-olds from Long Island blocked right now on my business phone. And do I unblock them and let them call into the show and make a mockery of this thing, or do I just keep them blocked? Because on one end, they're funny-ish, and they're kind of cool, and I like having a group of 10 dudes listening to the show. Yeah. But on the other end, they're partly like hurting my image and what I'm doing here. So I don't know what to do.
So first thing, to the guys listening, if they're listening, the N-word thing, buddy, I get it. You're a kid, but in a couple years, you're gonna get used to that word, and you're gonna keep saying it. And brother, your house is gonna get rocked. So I would drop that part. because that's not really a thing you should just be yelling, unless you.
Yeah. And then Tyler is in the chat right now. He's like, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm not from Long Island, even though he calls in with an area code that is 613 that's from Long Island. So he's like, they're also trying to get a fastball by me. I'm like, dude, I'm 30. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm smarter than you.
Either way, Oklahoma or Long Island, they're saying the N-word for the wrong reasons.
There's only one right reason to say it.
Yeah. So I would say, honestly, what I would do is maybe make a deal with them. Set a deal where it's like, hey, guys, stop blowing up my phone, but I will set aside 5 minutes towards the end of the show or in the middle of the show. We'll do crazy take of the day.
Yeah. Say it as much as you want.
Let them be a part of the show, but let's just drop the N-word thing because that's that's not nice. Because I do like the take, because I really did like, I watched the Tom Brady clip and it made me laugh. I think, honestly, set a deal with them. Hey, stop blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
And a couple times a week, I'll let you guys come on and give a crazy take.
I need to figure out like the Long Island boys. Like they need their own. I want them to have like their own group. I want them to be like famous in the TBWZ community for like, oh, dude, the Long Island boys are calling in. Like I want them to have a character because they're funny and they're cool. But they do the most uncool thing in the world, which is like a group of 14-year-old lettuce head kids calling in and just like thinking the funniest thing in the world is just dropping hard R on my show.
Well, to be fair, they're 14. I remember playing Xbox Live as a kid, and someone would drop it, and you would just
the funniest thing in the world.
I was never the kid that said it, but I had a buddy that would say it all the time. After he shot someone, and man, every time it got a laugh. So it's like, it's not good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not condoning it, but it's like, I think kids just stop saying it. This is a nice show. This is a family friendly show. And honestly, I would say let them come on the show and maybe set a deal. And then, hey, maybe they could be like your little Pat McAfee crew of like the D-Gens.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll be the biggest show in Long Island if I keep it up at this rate.
That's not bad.
Tony, XD1 is in the Tampa area. He's wondering, when is Tony coming to Florida? Would love to see him.
When am I coming to Florida? I'm actually
Tampa?
Setting up a little run. So hopefully I'm planning on when it's like September, end of August, early September, doing like a little run through Tampa.
Don't do the funny bone though.
No.
That was horrible.
I would rather do literally a show on the beach.
Dude, remember all the... Dude, so me and Tony and Trevor did the funny bone together in Tampa, Florida. The day of the Sunday show, we went to the Bucs game, and the Bucs got whomped by the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
There was some very nasty comments going on left and right. It was not a good day.
Oh, dude, Tampa people, it's like Florida people. It's like
people were like mad at Tony for going to the Bucs game because the Bucs posted us on their Instagram account, and they were mad at Tony for showing up. They're like, it's because you're the clown that ruined the game for us.
You're the clown. Also, the people in Tampa, not you, buddy, but like the people in Tampa, it's like their skin is like scales. They all are red. Their skins are scales, and they're just yelling, "Give me another beer to cool me down." And it's like, brother, I think you got skin cancer. You gotta find it. Beer's not gonna help you, pal.
Yeah. You know what will help is some good laughter and some good fun. Tony Casillas is the absolute best at that. Tony, this has been.
Can I just shout out 2 dates real quick?
Was absolutely. I was about to tee it up to have you do that.
So April, let me check real quick. April 4th, I'm gonna be at the Riot at the Riverwalk.
Nice.
It's this awesome new club downtown San Antonio. I'm gonna headline the 7 p.m. show, so make sure to get tickets for that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out. I've never said that before, but like tickets are moving, so awesome. that is nice.
That's your hometown.
Yeah, it's my hometown. We're gonna get a lot of people out and did the show with Trevor there, so that's helping as well.
Nice.
And then what is it? It is June 6th. I'm gonna be doing 2 shows at the Velveeta Comedy Club in downtown Austin on 6th Street. And on that show, we're going to have a lot of surprise pop-ins and guests doing sets. So come check out that show. And then Silly Goose Radio is coming back in 1 month. We are we are finishing up our studio now, and we'll be back all together next month. So subscribe to Silly Goose Radio,
please.
And that's about it.
That, and then there's there's one more. Oh, your poker show.
Oh, the Fold. It's not my poker show. I'm on the Fold a lot, which is a fun poker show, and the lodge just got raided, which is not good. So it's kind of shut down right now, which sucks because Texas kind of sucks when it comes to gambling. They're like, we're a Christian state, so we can't have gambling. So they're trying to mess with them.
Of course, we gotta turn it underground and make it super illegal.
Oh yeah, hey, if I want to gamble, make me go to Oklahoma. Great.
Yeah, I want to go to Tulsa if I want to.
Yeah, I want to lose my life savings in Tulsa.
Dude, it's a great name for like a country album.
Yeah, hey, I want to drive 5 hours and lose everything.
Yeah, that's how it works, dude.
Let me lose everything down the street.
Yeah, that's my argument too with like abortion not being legal. It's like, oh, you're gonna make me have a 5-hour drive to go exterminate my baby? That's also inhumane.
Also, I've done that drive before. I remember, bro. I remember. What was it? I did a gig in Oklahoma City, and the WinStar Casino's on the drive back to Dallas, and it was like a 2-hour drive from the WinStar to my place. And I was like, oh, I'll just go in there real quick. I gambled the whole check. It was like a $600 check. Gone. Bye-bye. And brother, a 2-hour drive going, I could have had $600, but now I don't. I could have had $600, and now I don't. I needed to get new pants, but now I got to wait. I needed for 2 hours. You're just like, and then you're just like, you realize, oh, wow, I'm driving the wrong direction. Oh, wow, that was a stop sign. Because you're just thinking about how big of a mess up you are for gambling your whole check. Let me do that because I'll walk home. It'll be safer.
Dude, that's the worst drive ever. Remembering that you don't have good pants. And you could have had $600 worth of pants. But all
and then
your
I'm
good pants
looking
are
down
gone.
at my pants, looking at the holes while I'm driving for 2 hours. It's not good.
Dude, awesome. Tony, real quick, this has been the Power Hour. See you guys soon. The Power Hour is over. Stop recording there. Fellas, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Tony, can you send us to break and just say that this has been TBWZ Widescreen Radio. We'll see you guys in 5.
This has been TWZ Weeby, the Blebedy Wabio show, where we talk sports and we talk stuff.
See you in 5.
See you soon.
Nick Wright, when trying to fix the All-Star game, he said it very plainly. He said what you and I have been thinking for a long time. It's just make it black versus white. What? Nick Wright, on Bill Simmons' pod, said, I have a way to fix the All-Star game. Just make it black versus white. What? Nick Wright, are you serious right now? Italy's goalie just got hurt. Here he is. Here's the man himself saying it, so you guys don't have to just take my word for it.
How would you fix the game on Sunday?
Well,
is it fixable? Because I don't think it is.
It's fixable in 4 years.
Oh.
If your guy Con Knippel.
One thing about Nick Wright is he's one of the most gifted guys in sports media right now. How do I put this nicely? I'm not even going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it. He needs a haircut. I hate his long hair. I love Nick Wright. I really, really do like Nick Wright. He's got some great things to say. Say? What? I don't know.
Continues on this trajectory. And we just have to...
Yo, what the heck just happened? I'm Stoops gave out 10 subs? Stoops, brother, are you kidding me?
It's money turning me on. It's money
Bro, that's so nice. Dude, Stoops, thank you so much, bro. Who got one? Rally Cap just got one. Rise Gaming got one. Lacer got one. EZ got one. EZ Clips got one. Block. Greeny Hunt Jr. Wow. For those of you who are over in the YouTube world, shout out to you. I love you so much. Stoops is just in here every day coming in and dropping subs. So if you're looking for like free subs and stuff, Stoops is always in here. We're having a good time. Stoops, brother, from the bottom of my heart, bro, I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Thank you for helping me on this journey, dog. It means a lot. I'm in a really tough spot in life right now. I have to move away from the place that I live currently to move somewhere cheaper. And with that, you lose a lot of friends and people in your life and community and sense of normalcy, and a lot of things happen. But, brother, I am grinding to make this show happen, and I appreciate you so much, Stoops, for being there to help me out as well, man. It means a lot. You're the best, brother. I love you a lot.
Daddy, chill.
I love you. I'm not going to chill about it. But here we go. Nick Wright. Thank you, Stoops.
Say, you know what? PC headlines be damned.
I know where you're going.
White guys versus black guys.
Yeah.
Luka, Joker, Flag, Reeves, Knipple, against Wimby, whomever. And I'm telling you right now, guys would play fucking hard.
Guys would play really hard. If you went with the all-white team, Stoops, for real, man, brother, love you. The all-white team would be Luka, Austin Reeves, Cooper Flag, probably at this point already Con Knipple. We could go with a Sabonis character in there. I would even throw in a Tyler Hero in there to shoot some threes. The question is, what do we do with light skins? What do we do with mixed? With those who have black dad, white mom, because I know already there's not a whole lot of white dad, black mom NBA players. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there are no NBA players that have, there are no mixed, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there are no mixed NBA players that have black mom, white dad combo. Most mixed NBA players, in my opinion, are going to come rolling in deep with the black dad, white mom. That is my thought on that. If in case you were wondering what I had to think about mixed race athletes in the NBA and who of their parents is black, those are my thoughts exactly. But what do we do with the mixed race? What do we do with those who have both? I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum has a white mom. Is he allowed to play on Team White? Are we letting half blacks? Are we letting him play on Team White? Or if you have any presence of melanin at all in your system, you are on Team Black. I don't know. Klay Thompson, for instance. Klay Thompson. Slightly white presenting, black dad, white mom. Can he play on Team White? I'm pretty sure Steph Curry's mom is white. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lot harder to get a roster spot on Team Black than it is on Team White. So if you have a mixed race athlete in the NBA, what team are they allowed to play on? I vote. And we're back, baby. Just like that. Villanova and Utah State are absolutely going at it. Fellas, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do? I'm trying to move some stuff around right now. Oh, no. What the heck happened? Shake, 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 Sonora. Where did my... Oh, there it is. I just posted on YouTube. Fellas, one thing I've been doing during the breaks in the very first hour, after the hour one, I've been going through and I've been putting up the Power Hour on YouTube. Now, what is that for? That is for people who unfortunately missed the first hour of the show and they were not able to see it. What I'm doing is kind of utilizing that as what's going to be my podcast moving forward. So the Power Hour is going to be clipped and essentially put out online as its own kind of standalone format. The Power Hour is a terrible name. Villanova, Utah State steals the ball. They put it in the bucket. We have a tie game right now, 54-54. What a ball game. Chris Planko, what up? Tyler, what up? No, Tyler, you're not going to get unblocked until Monday. Monday, you can try calling back in, bro. Absolutely loved your stuff. This is the thing is... I loved when the Long Island boys were calling in. It was really, really funny. You guys are, I just talked about it with Tony, but you guys were very creative, very funny, a good time, a hoot and a holler. But ultimately, you guys are just trying to troll and you're being super disrespectful. And that's all cool and funny, but you guys do have to get punished somehow. So no calls for you, Tyler, for the entire day. What is up, brother? What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. I think I know your name, but let people know your name and where you're calling from.
It's Blorp.
My guy Blorp from Maryland. You sound not very excited, Blorp. It's March, bro. What's going on?
Oh, no. I'm very excited. Don't worry about it.
You're excited for March?
Watching the Santa Clara, Kentucky game almost gave me a heart attack, but
to start the morning.
Still coming down from the adrenaline rush of that game.
It was to start the morning too, and it's like the first game, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like have too much excitement for ball. I watched like 12 hours of basketball yesterday, and then that game happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, this is March. This is why I love this sport, man.
This is March, dude. That both the 9-15 or the 12-15 games to start both yesterday and today were absolutely electric. Yesterday we had Ohio State and TCU, and then today Santa Clara and Kentucky. The last 10 seconds of that Kentucky-Santa Clara game was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, electric games,
stuff.
Both times to open the day. I mean, those 9 versus 8s are always, I mean, aside from St. Louis last night, but those are usually very, very good games, very evenly matched.
They were. Icy Boy 6'9" with the follow. Thank you, bro. Shout out to you. Blorp, how are you doing in your bracket, bro?
Actually, not too bad.
Okay. Where are you at?
I have 2 main brackets. I have one that I submitted to a group of friends and one that I submitted to your group.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a Sweet 16 team out yet.
It's good.
So, in that regard, I'm doing well. In terms of the games, I'm like, it's pretty average so far. But looking long term, as long as my later teams are still in, then
yeah,
this bracket has a high ceiling. So I'll take it.
Yeah, we're all about having a high ceiling here at TBWZ, and it looks like your bracket does. Watching the games yesterday, and I have this take for later on, but. Were you able to watch majority of the night games, or did you kind of focus on the first 12?
I watched the late night games.
Dude, is Illinois the best team? Dude, Illinois and St. Louis look like the 2 best teams in the tournament, basically.
If you watch what St. Louis was running, just that offense caused so much chaos. It's so fast paced. It doesn't seem like they know what they're doing half the time, but they always seem to have an open look from 3. Or they just an open lane, also gorgeous passes. And they were just running Georgia out of the building from tip-off.
From the tip, bro. And I don't know if you listened to the show on Monday, but I said every March Madness there's some cold white boy that's crowned like the white.
Yeah.
Bro,
I thought it was going to be Cooper Campbell for Troy, but...
It's Roberto Avila, right?
Yeah, I mean... Look, Avila, he played for Drake a couple years ago, and when
Indiana State last year
won a game, and
he's been around for a little bit.
Yeah, Avila's been around if you've been following college at all, which I know most people don't, especially during the regular season. But Avila is a baller.
He was so. My dad was watching him every time he got the ball and like did a spin move. My dad's like, "Whoa!" He's one of those guys like. You see a chubby dude with glasses, with curly, like, Jewish-looking fro, and you see him balling out on a court against Georgia, against an SEC team.
Yeah.
Dude, in the state of NIL, how much more money do you think Georgia spent on their team than St. Louis did? Like,
it's got to be a decent amount more. I mean,
a couple million
is hardly relevant.
Like a couple million.
They are A10, so not like a Wright State or like a UMBC, but yeah, a SEC team, you better believe they're spending a heck of a lot more money than St. Louis.
Yeah, and Georgia looked bad to end the season, obviously losing to Ole Miss, who's not even a tournament team. Man, I had St. Louis in my bracket, so I wasn't surprised they won, but I'm surprised they put up 102 points on Georgia.
If I were Michigan right now, I would be terrified because watching the offense, I don't know how you defend that.
Well, also, Michigan gave up 80 points to Howard. Like, you give 80 points to Howard? I think St. Louis has a better offense and probably a better defense than Howard. Like, I'm assuming this game might be like 95, 96, something very, very close.
Yeah, I think this is going to finish very high scoring based on how those 2 games went. And I wouldn't be surprised if St. Louis kept this very close and gave Michigan a scare. I don't think they're going to win, but honestly, they could. Like, what if that offense is clicking like it was last night? I mean, I don't know how you stop it. So
I don't lean towards Michigan in that game. I think they could win. They will win the game most likely, but it's also March, dude. and you have a team in St. Louis that's incredibly hot and has a ton of momentum against a team in Michigan that's kind of like been here and done that all season. It's really like, if you believe in Michigan a lot, I think you think they win, but if you were on the fence about Michigan and then see them give up 80 points to Howard, you got to be pretty fearful about St. Louis coming to town and upsetting the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who I have them out to. Oh, I have them the Elite Eight, Michigan, but out to Iowa State, who also looks really good today.
Iowa State looked incredible. Yeah, they absolutely dominated today. They looked really good. Nebraska looked really good
in the Big 12 tournament also.
They did, man. That's a good team. Virginia squeaked one out against Wright State. They didn't look great. Arizona looked awesome. I mean, Iowa State right now put up 108 points on Tennessee State, so that's right now the high mark in terms of points scored.
That game was over basically as soon as it started. Iowa State. I mean, Iowa State could win the Natty, so I don't think that's that far off.
Iowa State can absolutely win the Natty. I'm totally with you. Of the like top seeds, we saw Houston play last night. We saw Arizona play this morning. We saw Michigan play. Duke played yesterday in a tight game against Siena. Of these like top 1 and 2 seeds, obviously Iowa State, which team are you thinking has the best chance to win this whole thing? Of the 1 seeds that are, we haven't seen Florida, but
winning the whole thing.
Yeah, what team do you think looks the best? Because Duke didn't look good.
It's Arizona.
Arizona looked awesome against Long Island.
Even before this, they're the best team in the country.
Yeah, they're an unbelievable team. Bro, they look so good. And I know a bunch of people took let me just pin this real quick. A bunch of people took Arizona in their brackets. That usually makes me kind of like stay away from that team, but it looks like we might have a lot of people winning their brackets with Arizona as their champion.
Yeah. Last year it was Florida and Duke, and this year it's really Arizona that's getting chosen by everyone.
Yeah, and I mean, what's the weird part is majority of the ESPN does like a breakdown of where everyone chose, and 23% chose Duke, and Duke looked pretty bad against Siena for most of the game. I don't know about Duke.
I think it's the name recognition. Like, if you don't do research for your bracket, then you see Duke on the one line, you're like, oh, it's Duke. They're probably favored to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they also, I mean, Cameron Boozer, one of the most recognizable names. So
yeah, it's a mixture of that stuff. I wasn't super high on Duke before. I had them in my Final Four, losing to Houston, just because of the way the bracket kind of rolled out for me when I picked it. Man, they got dogs on that team. They've got a lot of talent, and I love John Shire as a coach. It's either two things. It's either they lose next round, or this was the exact wake-up call that Duke needed to make a run, and they're going to win the Natty. I think there's only two outcomes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I lost my train of thought for a second there. Sorry.
Blorp, you're all good. It's been a long conversation. We can keep it rolling with the rest of the show. Was there anything you wanted to say or get off your chest on the way out, brother?
I don't have Discord, so comms is going to be hard for the fantasy league. I know I keep bothering you about that.
Okay. There's no way you could download it?
I probably... Oh, on my phone, probably not. I would just use it on a desktop or something.
All right. Send me your number then.
DM
me your
Insta?
DM me your phone number on Instagram.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we can do that. There's also ESPN has a chat. Like,
yeah,
built in.
Do you have an
league.
iPhone?
Samsung.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Don't worry about it.
What?
We could use the ESPN chat and stuff like that, or a WhatsApp group or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out though.
All right. Yeah. Whatever it is. I mean, if you use Discord, that's all good. Like.
Also, did you check out the rules on there? The only fun things I did was I made home runs worth 3. I got rid of negative points for batter striking out, and then I made no hitters and perfect games worth 100 points. So if you have a pitcher throw a perfect game,
wait,
you win.
Hitters are 100? Because that's crazy,
dude. If you have a pitcher in that throws a no hitter, you win your matchup, guaranteed.
I mean, that's the matchup. If that happens in the championship,
yeah.
If
I
you
get
gotta
spicy,
send me the link.
Yeah, I will. I'll DM it to you or text it to you.
Also, if you set home runs as 3, what are total bases? Is each base is 1?
1.
Because home runs are automatically worth 6 points. So it's going to be
7
9
points
if you put 3 for home runs.
It'd be
because it's 4 total bases, a RBI, and a run.
Yeah, big emphasis on home runs.
Okay,
and home runs and no hitters.
Kyle Schwarber, first overall pick.
Maybe
home runs and no hitters. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, home runs and no hitters. That's what we're going for. And instead of 7 pitcher slots, I made it 5 pitcher slots. So you don't have to do as much. 5 pitcher
slots? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit less work.
Are you doing a relief pitcher spot?
No, it's just 5 pitchers, and then you get
okay.
So it's a smaller roster, a smaller bench, less rounds in the draft, and it's weekly lineups. So you only set your lineup once. Are we going to
do it on live or
the draft?
Yeah.
The draft will be on Sunday night. It will not be live.
Okay, fine. That works. I could do Sunday night.
Tight. It's gonna be 5 p.m. Pacific, so 8 for you, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine.
Dope. And I might text you if we need another person.
All right. Yeah, keep an eye on the Utah State Villanova game.
I got Utah State.
This is getting good.
I got Utah State in this game. Yeah, we're knotted up at 63.
Same. I'm a little concerned because they're down, but I don't have them going till the Elite Eight or something. So.
No, they were up big in the first half, so hopefully they put it back together. But either way, Blorp, unbelievable stuff, dude. We'll keep in touch about baseball.
All right.
All right, brother. Peace.
Have a good day.
My guy Blorp. I'm going to be closing the phones for a little bit here, and then I'm going to be going live on TikTok. Closed. My guy Blorp is awesome. Whoever's calling right now, that number is blocked, and I don't take blocked calls. Unless it's Oreo the Cat. If it's Oreo the Cat or XD, I take it. But other than that, no. I'm live right now on TikTok. I have my NBA top 5 on there in case anybody wanted to talk NBA. And then I also have my NBA MVP list updated. My NBA MVP list updated. Number 1. Villanova's got the ball long 2 off the front of the rim. Utah State rebounds. They are down 2 to a cutting inside, fouled for 2. Going to the line. Trick Yo Mo, JSA. What up, guys? Welcome to the show. I'm yelling so loud, there's like a ringing in my room. It's truly horrible. 24 messages were deleted by Mod. Unruly timed out Ice Boy for 90 seconds. Good job. Shout out to you, Unruly. Ryan, thank you for liking the live. Are you taking calls or watching games? I'm doing everything right now. I'm going to be taking calls in about 15 minutes. JS, Zach, talk about Wisconsin upset, bro. Zach, I am him. Wisconsin got upset by High Point in an unbelievable game. The crazy part was Wisconsin was up 10 late-ish in the game. Ultimately, High Point came back to tie the game up, knotted at 61. We had back-to-back threes to get to 64. And then March got mad. Chase Johnston of High Point stole the ball, hit a layup. It was his first 2-point field goal of the entire season for Chase Johnston. It's the most March thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. JS, you know March. You know what it's about. You know what it's all about, dog, and it's about High Point. It's about High Point beating Wisconsin a 12 over a 5 seed. That was awesome. If you are calling in, I'm going to open the phones in about 10-ish minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'd love to know the biggest upset that you have chosen on your bracket as we watch along with Villanova and Utah State. Villanova has the ball. They've called time out with 7 left on the shot clock. Or did we have a foul? I believe we had a defensive foul, blocking foul on Utah State, so Villanova will be at the line. No, they're not even in the bonus yet. Utah State only has 3 fouls. I know March, but I do know Wembanyama game winner. Oh, Wemby with the game winner. I thought a lot about Wemby after that game. I thought a lot about him after the game. Vanderbilt to the Elite Eight? Blorp. I think I have that as well, dude. Vandy is Villanova just missed the bunny. They missed the bunny. Utah State going back the other way. Driving, spinning, into the lane, kicked out for 3, driving, blocked, foul. Utah State will head to the line. Ryan said, what happened to Cade Cunningham? What happened to Cade Cunningham? Cade Cunningham got broken. And with that, the Pistons' chances of winning the NBA title are absolutely gone. The Pistons' only chance at winning the title was because of Cade Cunningham offensively. Defensively, yeah, they're great. They are a fantastic defensive team. Gotta love it. Got it. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the Pistons for their awesome defense. But the only way that they were going to be successful in the playoffs was because of Cade Cunningham. And now that he's hurt, dude, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't see a solution for that squad. JS wants to talk a lot about that Victor Wembanyama game winner. Wemby hit the game winner pull-up last night to clinch the playoffs for the Spurs while De'Aaron Fox was wide open across the floor. Basically alerting the team and the league like Wemby is the dude now, right? Wemby is the dude now. Since February 1st, the Spurs are the best team in basketball since February 1st. They've only lost 2 games. They're the number 1 in offensive efficiency, number 2 in defensive efficiency. This is a team that's beaten the Thunder 4 times this season, and they're essentially responsible for a quarter of that team's losses. You call the Thunder the best team in basketball, they are 1-4 against the Spurs this season. They've been the best team in basketball, but nobody believes in them because they haven't done it before. Is that why we don't believe in the Spurs? Because they haven't done it before? De'Aaron Fox has played in Game 7s. Harrison Barnes has won NBA championships. Wemby's played in a gold medal game against the best team ever assembled. He went punch for punch with that gold medal USA team. And you want to talk about playoff pressure? So suddenly now, because it's a best of 7 series, first to win 4 games takes it all. Loser goes home. Now you think Wemby won't deliver? Because it's a 7-game series and it's the playoffs, now you think Wemby isn't going to deliver? When night after night after night, the dude shows up and puts up like video game stat lines and has 6 blocks on top of it? You're essentially saying you believe his confidence is going to shrink in the playoffs. And I just ask you, if you were 5 inches taller than everyone else in the league and you could handle and shoot threes like a point guard, would you lose confidence in the playoffs? I sure wouldn't. Paprika on this clip. I wasn't recording. Wemby been overhyped and overglazed too much at this point. User 8, what are you talking about? What part? What part? For real. Name the part where he's been overhyped. I'm ready for it. Warriors winning the chip? That's true, Robert. And Chris liking up the live. Thank you. That helps out a lot, Chris. Since February 1st, the Spurs are the best team in basketball. They've lost 2 games. They're number 1 in offensive efficiency, number 2 in defensive efficiency. It's a team that's beaten the Thunder 4 times. They're responsible for almost a quarter of the Thunder's losses. The best team in basketball is 1-4 against the Spurs because of Vic, because of that team, because of the whole roster around him. Utah State up 2. Villanova has the ball 8 minutes left. They've been the best team in basketball. You don't trust them in the playoffs because they've never been there. Although De'Aaron Fox has played in a Game 7, Harrison Barnes has won NBA championships. Victor Wembanyama has played in a gold medal game against the best team ever assembled and went toe-to-toe with them. You want to talk about playoff pressure. You think that now, because it's a best of 7 format and it's the first of 4 wins, now you think the Spurs aren't going to be a good basketball team. You basically are saying you think Wemby is going to lose confidence when the playoffs come around. What part of Wembanyama makes you think he's going to lose confidence? What part of that dude's game makes you think that he's not going to be confident in a best of 7? If you were 4 inches taller than the entire competition and could handle and shoot like a point guard, would you lose confidence? I just spit all over myself. Would you lose confidence in the playoffs? Because I wouldn't. And he's not going to either. When that dude plays, the Spurs are the best team in basketball. He's literally an improved passing game away from being the most talented player in the NBA. If he can figure out how to pass the rock, dude, I mean, Victor's going to be unbelievable. He already is, but boy. Who's your least favorite person you've ever talked to? Tried calling that number and nobody picked up. What's the number for? Noah, that's my number. I was talking, so I didn't answer the phone call, but if you want to call back, I will answer your phone call. Zach, I'm wrong. Go Sixers. You think Bathsheba Winnie and Noah Batista in here with some hot takes. Bathsheba Winnie said go Sixers. Also, it's clearly ZAC, dude. Bro, hit me with a ZACH. It's clearly ZAC, but we're getting a phone call right now. Phone lines are officially open. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Ben from Mass.
Ben from Mass. You've called into the show before, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Dog, how are you doing today? Have you been watching March Madness?
No, I haven't really watched it, but...
What? Why?
I don't really like it.
You don't like college basketball?
No, not really.
No, not really. Villanova, Utah State did just score to take the lead on Villanova. They're up 1. But, brother, you're calling into the show, Ben. What did you want to talk about today?
The top 5. Where's Detroit?
Oh, I got my top 5 up. Dude, Detroit should be on there, but they just lost Cade Cunningham for, like, what might be the season. So I don't know how high I'm on Detroit after them losing Cade Cunningham.
I feel like their roster is still good. They got Robinson. They still got Thomas. They got Jalen Duren. They got Tobias Harris. They got Jennings coming off the bench. Yeah, and they got Ron Holland. They got dudes. Obviously they have Jalen Duren. I'm gonna blow up a hospital right now. Who's gonna run the offense for that team? That's what I want to know. I feel like Jennings can do it.
Jennings is gonna run the offense for the Spurs. I mean, for the Pistons.
He's really good.
He's decent. He's decent. What about Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris, I feel like he could lead the offense.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of. I think he's going to be the guy for that team. And they still have gosh, why am I blanking on his name? I could see him in my face. Who's the guy who wears glasses?
Yeah, it's Ivy.
Yeah, someone. Jaden Ivey will be decent, but no, I listen. The Spurs are a great basketball team. I was nervous about them in the playoffs because of I didn't think they had much offense outside of Cade. Now that since they don't have Cade, I think there's no shot that they even make it out of the first round.
And where's the 76ers?
The 76ers are not a very good basketball team. When all three of them play, when VJ Edgecombe and Embiid and Maxey play together, they look really fun. I think they've only played like 6 games together, though. So if all three of those guys stay healthy and play and Paul George comes back from doing drugs, that team should be pretty good. But as of now, they're not in the top 5. Yeah. Did you go to school today, Ben?
No, that's it. Bye.
You skipped class today. What'd you do? He hung up on me. Ben hung up on me. Ryan, why am I banned? I don't know. You tell me. Tell me exactly in your words why you're banned from calling into my show. You accidentally hung up. All good, dude. All good. Villanova's up 2 points on Utah State. Villanova has the ball, 5 minutes left. They just missed the bunny. Utah State with the rebound. What is up, brother? You are live on TV. Hey, mute the stream in the background, please. Mute the stream in the background. Keep it clean and let the people know your name and where you're calling from. Malik from New York City? What part of the city are you in, Malik? Almost the Bronx. Almost in Queens? Nice, dude. That's awesome. Is it cold right now?
Yeah, bro. It's not that cold. Today was a pretty warm day, actually.
Dog, that's awesome. It's a great day for basketball. Am I right?
Yeah, bro. It was awesome.
Did you fill out a bracket, Malik?
No, I did not, but I have some takes. Basketball, there's some baseball in there.
I absolutely believe you, dude. Are your basketball takes more March Madness or NBA stuff?
So I have a call. It's mostly NBA, but there's one more Madness.
Well, dude, you're calling into the show for the first time, Malik. The floor is yours. What did you want to talk about today, bro?
So for like March Madness, I thought the Illinois looked great. I think that they're a top contender. I kind of like doubted them in the beginning, but now I think that they're a top contender.
I am absolutely there with you. I even picked Penn to win the game in my bracket as kind of like a fun thing because Illinois always chokes, but they're one of the oldest teams in the dance, and they're very European. And as you know, Europeans love beating up on Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Illinois looks really good. They look like they might be the best team in the tournament remaining.
And this is not really a hot take. This is like a known take. But the Luka Doncic trade, that changed like the trades forever in every single sport. Think about it. The standards are so low now for a trade.
Was Desmond Bane and Utah State just got fouled shooting a 3 down 2, so they're going to get 3 free throws. Was the Desmond Bane trade after Luka?
I do not know who that is.
So he went for 5. Yeah, I mean, looking back on the Luka trade, it's not necessarily the fact that he got traded. It's more for me the fact they got nothing back. Like, what did the Mavs actually get?
Nothing.
They got Anthony Davis, which they flipped.
They got snubbed.
They got 2 first-round picks for Luka Doncic, basically.
Hard. I mean, they got Cooper Flag out of it, but still not worth it.
Do you believe that the NBA is rigged and Adam Silver gave them the number 1 overall pick on purpose?
Absolutely.
It's the only league where I'm like 100% all the conspiracy theories are real, because NBA just be like that.
Go ahead.
Malik, you had a couple more points. You got 2 minutes left on the call. What do you got for us, Malik?
All right, so the next point is, so you know lacrosse, right? You're a big lacrosse guy?
Not really, but I do respect the sport. I grew up in Orange County, played against Torrey Pines. There's some great lacrosse teams around me.
Mm-hmm. So there's this guy named James Gillis. You have to look at him on YouTube. He's one of the best lacrosse players of all time, and I think that right now he's the number 1 recruit in the country. I think that he will become the best lacrosse player of all time, undisputed.
Unruly is our resident lacrosse expert. Is he correct? Unruly said James is gross. Yeah, so it seems like you're right. You said it was James Gillis. Any relation to Shane Gillis?
No, I do not believe so.
Sam even said, Sam's in the chat, what up, dog? How is San Antonio number 1 but not Wemby for MVP? Yeah, I guess you can make an argument. You could call in next, Sam, and tell me why. And Harry H, thank you for the follow.
Before I hit the road.
Yeah.
All right, so I have you know the big propaganda about the big Yahoo, Benjamin Netanyahu. Do you actually think he's dead?
We're not talking about Benny Nahu, but good calling and talking with you, Malik. We will talk to you soon, brother. Peace out. Does he know Bennett Matthews? I don't know. I do not know. Terry, thank you for the follow. Sam, very interesting idea there. San Antonio is the number 1 team, but I don't have Wemby as the MVP. I think the Spurs are just a very good squad. I don't know. That doesn't matter at all. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, it's Josh. I'm from Utah.
Josh E! Dude, how's the music going?
Dude, it's going good, but this is I'm out here talking about music. This is the one time I'm not.
Yeah,
Thanks
bro.
for asking.
Of course, dog. I know you, and I care about all the listeners who are contributors to this show and kind to me. I'm kind back. But brother, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today? You want to talk about BYU? Oops.
BYU. Honestly, I think they're both buns. I think Utah and BYU, they're both buns. I don't know. I guess it's just like a thing where I just don't keep up with Utah football. It's like, because my family, like you said, my family's from SoCal. We're from San Diego, so we don't keep up with Utah.
Good, bro.
We just kind of moved here. But basically, what I'm trying to talk about is my school, we do these things where it's spring sports. And we have primary sports that go first in the season. So, like, our spring primary was baseball. And I played in the baseball season, and my team did pretty good. We didn't make it to state, but we did pretty good.
Okay.
So my question for you is, what spring sport you think I should join next?
Well, in spring I played baseball, so I was always I played football in the fall, and then I would transition over to baseball when I played baseball over in like winter, spring. Lacrosse is obviously really, really fun. I think Personally, and I'm going to have my guy Unruly is absolutely going to hate this, and all the lax heads in here are going to hate this. I think it's easier to be good at lacrosse than it is at baseball. Baseball's a harder skill. So if you're already good at baseball, bro, might as well ball out on the diamond.
On the lacrosse, but I was thinking because I was thinking about joining tennis because it's like a sport that I've low-key dabbled in like a little bit, but like I play with my family and like gatherings, and I'm like I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good. Like, and I was thinking if I should join like tennis because like it's like tennis in my school it's like overshadowed by the primaries. Like non-primary sports in my school are like lacrosse, tennis, track and field.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about joining tennis.
Yeah, Villanova just bricked the 3. Utah State made 2 to tie it up. Just got fouled again, so the tie game 3:11 on the clock. Utah State's going to be shooting 2. Bro, tennis is an awesome sport. Tennis is so fun. And, dude,
it's really fun, yeah.
The ladies, I don't know if you're into guys or girls, but there are some women that play tennis, bro, that will absolutely love that you can swing it. Tennis is fun, dude.
But yeah, the girls tennis team at my school, they're pretty good. I think they're one of the best in my town, at least.
Unruly. I guess my point is, if you're athletic at all, you can be good at lacrosse. But just because you're an athlete doesn't mean you'll be good at baseball, I guess is my take.
Yeah, I've had that.
Josh, yeah, I would lean towards, dude, tennis would be so fly. You'd have a great time doing it. And it's a sport you can kind of play your entire life. Is golf an option?
Oh yes. Actually, golf is an option. That actually never crossed my mind. Golf is a big one at my school too.
Bro, let's cross your mind. Have you ever gone out and swung it on the links?
Yeah, I have with my dad and stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I didn't even think about golf. Wow.
Turnover, Villanova, stolen by Utah State, came back all the way for the layup. Utah State up 4 with 2:53 left on the clock. What a bucket. Dude, golf would be really, really fun.
Yeah, I played golf. I like golf. Golf is fun. Like I was a caddy for a summer once, made pretty good money, and I enjoyed it. So yeah.
Joshy, my guy, can you before we go any further?
That's my final decision. That's my golf. Golf.
Love it. Before we go any further, I'm gonna. There's a guy who said I've called it 5 times. It's not going through. I don't know why. Hello. I'm on the phone with someone else, brother. But Joshy, before you go, can you just tell us your craziest story from being a caddy? Because I know being a caddy, you're kind of one of your responsibilities is to help the guy on the course, but it's also sometimes to do some weird things for the guys who you're helping out. So, do you have one story in particular as the craziest from your time caddying?
So, I want to say this was right before I quit. Like right before school year was about ready to start, and I was gonna quit. Maybe early August, like the 1st or the 2nd of the month. I'm working the course. I'm not thinking about this. Most of these guys are just some rich white old guys that just want to spend time, spend away their money. But then there's this couple. There's just I want to say this balding guy, this old balding guy who has a little bit of a gut, and his wife who just looks like your average old lady. And they're caddy. They're a little rude, but maybe they're just good tippers, but a little rude. And I'm I'll accept that if I get the good tips. So I'm caddying them, blah blah blah, doing all this. And then the girls that drive up with their carts with the drinks.
Brother, of course I know that girl.
Yeah, so the girl that worked at my course, her name is Savannah, and we go to school together, so I knew her pretty well. And so she comes, I say hi to her, but the old guy comes up right in front of his wife, hits on the girl, which I'm okay. But it gets so much worse. So at my
wait,
she
Josh,
hits on the girl, which I'm okay. Josh, you're an old dude and she's a minor.
Josh, brother. How old is the girl?
But she's a minor. She's my age, so 16. I think she's 17. This guy's an old ass dude too.
This guy's 60 plus?
Yeah. Yeah. He's old and he hits on her. I'm okay, kind of gross, but whatever.
Yeah. I love this movie.
So,
go on.
As a caddy, they give us, we have our uniform, which is a white polo and these khaki shorts. And they give us this belt, which has a radio and those, what are those things called? Oh, index cards and a pencil, check out. And the radio is for if the big boss is hey, come over here, or to so they don't have to call my personal number, right?
You and me blow.
Okay,
Utah State just hit another bucket. They're up 7 right now on Villanova with 2 minutes left.
Sweet.
All right, so you got your index card, you got your radio.
So usually the radio is just for like I don't really use it. I don't really know how to use it. But this guy, I'm not really paying attention to the game. I'm just kind of like just being a caddy. And then he goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna whip out my phone and just see what's on Twitter. And I'm just like scrolling through Twitter, blah blah blah, nothing interesting. And then his wife goes into the bathroom, but it's the men's bathroom. I'm like, okay, little weird. And I get, I'm like 10, not 10 minutes, 10, 15. I'm like, why are these both people in the same bathroom? I get a call on my radio. They're like, Josh, are you with Sir last name or whatever his name was? I just forgot. He is stuck in the bathroom with his wife. Can you bring a towel? I'm like, stuck in a bathroom. What would a towel help? So I go, I'm like, sir, blah, blah, blah. And I have the towel. I take the golf cart, get the towel. And I open the door. If you haven't figured it out, they were doing the Devil's Tango in a gross, public, not air-conditioned bathroom.
Hey, yo!
No AC, doing the tango.
It's just like one of those random bathrooms with like a water fountain and a women's and men's. So no AC, probably gross as hell. And oh my God, it was gross. It was gross. I was speechless the entire time. And then I think 2 days later, I put in my resignation. I just quit. I could not deal with that. That was probably my worst one. So he hits on a minor.
Yeah.
And then does the Devil's Tango in the bathroom with his. It was. Yeah, that's my word. That's my horror story. That's not even that's my horror story.
Bro, that is so wild. The guy was bricked up from the cart girl, and then his wife took it out on his wife in the bathroom.
Yeah,
brother Josh.
Insane.
Dude, what an unbelievable story. Thank you for providing us with such a crazy story on March Madness Day, dude.
March Madness. Also, my birthday is March 23rd, if you care. So I'm turning the big one, 17.
Bro, to be 17 again. Josh, birthday. That's on Monday?
Yeah, it's on this Monday, March 23rd.
I will sing you happy birthday. I'm really good at singing, and I'm good at that's also Unruly's birthday. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday.
I will be singing both of you guys happy birthday. I'll whip out my guitar.
Are you going to stream on then? Because I'll totally tune in.
I'm going to stream on Monday. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. I'll totally tune in, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother Josh, happy birthday soon. We'll talk to you in a bit, bro. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for that story.
Have a great day, bro.
Bless you. Peace.
Peace.
What a good guy. I'm going to call in next. I'm that all right with you. Is that all right? Yeah. Of course, dude. TL's calling in. Utah State and Villanova. Wait, actually, what number are you? Let me know what number you are, because I want to finish this game, and then I'm going to take calls. Utah State, Big Two! They got an 8-point lead now. I'm going to finish this Utah State game, then I'm going to take some calls. I'm calling right now. I know. What's your area code, brother? So I know which one to take. Stolen by Utah State. Slammed. 10-point lead. 1 minute left. This game is... I'm calling it, bro. Let's go Utah State. Looks like they're going to win by more than 3 points. Come on, baby. Oh!
It's money turning me on. Hey, it's money turning me on.
Hey!
I'm thinking out loud. But
let's go, dude. I need to know your area code. I'm going to just take whatever this call is. OMG, brother. Wow. All right. Wow. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ widescreen radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jaden from Arizona.
What? Jaden from where?
Arizona.
What part of Arizona are you in, bro? I've got some friends all over. Oh, do you ever go into Tempe?
Yeah, a couple times.
It's only like 30 minutes from Scottsdale. It's really close. You guys are all kind of in the same area right there. So did you move to Arizona? Or you born and raised there your whole life?
Oh, yeah, moved.
You moved there from where?
New York.
Oh, from Long Island?
No, like the part right outside of it.
So just right outside of Long Island is where you moved from.
Yep.
What was the biggest culture shock moving from Long Island to Arizona?
I would say like the people in Long Island are like very amped up. You know, they always want energy, where the people in Arizona are kind of like more laid back.
Yeah. What part do you feel like you are most like? Are you more laid back and chill, or are you more amped up and silly?
It depends kind of on like the situation. You know, if it's like a calm day, I would rather be like amped, like, you know, laid back. But, you know, if it's a, pumped day, we got some March Madness going, you got to be pumped up, you know what I mean?
It is. So are you pulling for U of A? Are you pulling for those boys over there? Or are you pulling for oh, did I hang up on him? I accidentally hung up on you, bro. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Big three from Villanova. Brick, Utah State rebound. 9-point game. They get fouled. They're going to win it. I'm sorry, TL. I accidentally hung up on you. But I also don't believe you at all that you're in Arizona. I was like, I'm in Arizona. 516 area code. What is that? Long Island? Oh, really? Interesting. I'm getting destroyed by 14-year-olds from the Long Island area. Okay. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up? My name's John. I'm from Long Island.
John from Long Island. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, brother. Have a good rest of your day, okay?
Wait, what? Hello?
You said that was it.
No, I thought you want my full name?
No. I don't care about your full name.
Oh.
Are you watching some college basketball?
Yeah. I just turned off the Villanova game.
Yeah, it's a 10-point lead. It should be over here soon. And then what's the other game that's going on right now? I'm lost right now. Tennessee, Miami, Ohio?
I think Tennessee's beating them pretty badly though.
Yeah,
they're up 22.
Tennessee is up like 20 right now. John, my brother from another mother. How's Long Island treating you today?
Man, it's all right, man.
Yeah. Now that guy the guy who just called in, I forgot his name already. I accidentally hung up on him. I'm so sorry. He said he moved from Long Island to Arizona, and he said the people in Long Island are a little bit more hype, and the people in Arizona are a little more calm. Would you say that people in Long Island are a little more like hype and high energy?
Well, I moved from Florida to Long Island about 3 years ago, and I'd say people are more amped up here. Like more.
What part of Florida?
Tallahassee.
Oh, so you're up north.
Yeah. Do
you have any desire? Do you go to high school with all the homies with like Andrew and Tyler and all them?
No, I'm just friends with Tyler. I don't go to school though.
Do you want to go to college?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play soccer.
That's awesome that you play soccer. Great sport. Do you want to play would you ever play at Florida State?
Yeah, I play anywhere that offered me, really. I mean, I'm not too picky.
Absolutely, dude. That is awesome. Proud of you for thinking that way. But, dog, you're calling into the show, John from New York. What did you want to talk about today, bro?
First, I wanted to hit you with some MLB. Do you talk MLB or?
Dude, I'm a huge MLB head. I love baseball. What up?
So, originally, I was a huge Miami Marlins fan. Now I'm more of a Mets fan, I know.
Yeah, it's fine.
But do you think the Mets have any chance of putting up a fight against the Dodgers?
I mean, what kind of fight are we talking? Like on the diamond or with the checkbooks? Because I mean, Steve Cohen can write checks just like the Dodgers can write checks, but unfortunately, the Mets can't win baseball games.
Yeah. Do you think that with the arrival of like Freddie Peralta, that they'll have a chance to, maybe beat them?
Maybe. I like Nolan McLean a lot. He got some good experience in the World Baseball Classic. He's probably going to be your best arm. He's going to be your ace at the end of the season. Dude, it's a tough division. You have to play. The Braves are better this year. The Phillies are still good, and they probably have even gotten better. It's not an easy. The Marlins have even gotten better over there in the NL East. It's a tough division, but ultimately, I think the Mets probably have the best team on paper. I just do trust this team to like fully put it together and stay healthy. That's the big thing, is the health.
Mm-hmm.
Like, realistically, like Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto should be, if those two are playing baseball together, they should be in the playoffs every year. So I think they'll make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. So, do you watch? Yeah, you obviously watch college basketball, but do you watch international soccer?
Not a whole lot, but I would love if you could drop some international soccer knowledge on us. Was Champions League this weekend?
Yeah.
How are we doing in Champions League? What clubs are still in it?
I usually watch like international soccer, but in the Champions League still, I think PSG, I think Liverpool just won, Bayern won, Tottenham won. So I think there's still a bunch of games still left. I think Arsenal's at the top though so far.
Well, John, if you like international soccer, the biggest event in international soccer is this summer at the World Cup. Can you tell us like 3 teams that we don't really know about that will be good at soccer? Because we don't know anything here about soccer.
Sneaky good teams, I would say. I mean, USA does have the home crowd advantage.
Whoa.
So they could be sneaky good. They could make a little run to maybe the Final 8. Team Israel has a good team. Who else? Team Japan. I think Team Japan, not a lot of people think of them as soccer players, but yeah. But Team Israel, I'd say, is the biggest.
I heard Team Israel packs a big boom.
Wait, a big boom?
Yeah, they got big boom potential in Israel. Yeah. Brother, thank you for calling into the show, John. We're gonna keep it rolling, okay, bro?
Free edu.
I could keep going with and what up, Himmy? What up? Big disagree. Himmy Not Jimmy has jumped in. Carl said, how are the Pistons not top 5? Carl, the Pistons are a top 5 team right now, but they've lost their guy. They've lost Cade Cunningham with a punctured lung. So I'm not really hot on Cade Cunningham the rest of the season, or the Pistons at all, for that matter. Bro, I'm so sorry I accidentally hung up on you. Can you let me know your name one more time, dog?
Jaden.
Jaden, and that's from Arizona. Brother, yep. I don't even think I let you get a take off your chest. Jaden, let the people know what you want to talk about today.
No problem. So I already talked about all the other stuff. So I heard you talk about that guy Andrew Rizzi earlier, and I just want to say he's a total jerk. You know, he kind of like ruined the show for everybody. I know, everybody kind of tried to, like watch his show, and he was just ruining it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he was like growing up. He always kind of like in my school. He was like the instigator. He was always doing the bad things, and he was never, like the perfect guy. So I just want to like say I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, thank you, brother. We'll talk to you again soon. All right, Jaden? Live got restricted. Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under the community guidelines for harassment and bullying. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. This is exactly what you wanted to happen. You did it. Robert, Trump lover, Tyler, Ryan, Jaden from Arizona, John from New York. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. You guys did it. My live has been restricted. And now this is my 3rd community strike for people calling into my show and saying things like you guys have done. Thank you so much. Good job, fellas. You did what you wanted to accomplish. You've overall hurt what I'm trying to build here and the sacrifices that I've made to make this show happen. I quit my entire job. I moved. I left my apartment. I left all the comfort. I left my community behind to start this show. And you guys have decided to make fun of me for it, which is totally cool. Totally fine with that. But like do it in a way where it doesn't completely hurt my ability to grow. You know what I mean? If you want to like make fun of me, that's totally fine. You can call in and call me a loser. Call in and call me a loser. Think of the worst things you could possibly say to me. Say I'm unk. Say I'm 30 years old. Say whatever you want. Say I look like a raccoon. I look fat. Say whatever you want to say. I don't care. But then you come in and you do these things, and now my live gets restricted, and it hurts my ability to make money. You're hurting my ability to put food on the table. So thank you guys so much for that. Congratulations to you. You guys have done it. You did the thing you wanted to do. Good job. Super, super, super happy for you. Mission accomplished, fellas. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Blorp is still in here. Blorp, unbelievable, dude. We got Utah State. Check that box. We have a lull right now in March Madness. We've got a little bit of a lull right now because it looks like UVA and Wright State, what game just ended? Miami of Ohio and Tennessee. Miami of Ohio got whooped by 22 points. What do we have remaining? In about 14 minutes, Iowa and Clemson should be tipping off for our, I guess I call this the afternoon slate. I got to go in a minute. You're good, Blorp. Iowa Clemson is tipping off soon. That game is going to be very fun. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. In this game. I believe we will see a tight, close, contested game, but I think we will see points scored. St. John is playing Northern Iowa. I'm on St. John's to win this game, but Northern Iowa does scare me. I don't know why. I think it's just the UNI abbreviation is slightly terrifying. Then we have UCF and UCLA, followed by Queens and Purdue. Queens, I took money line just because why not? It'd be funny. I think Queens is going to win. I have Queens beating Purdue in my bracket. UCF and UCLA are playing each other. That's the 10-7 matchup playing from Philadelphia, PA. Brother, a lot of people have been taking UCF in their brackets. A ton of people are predicting UCF as an upset here. I'm letting you know. I like UCLA a lot. I think I have UCLA in my Elite 8. I have UCLA making a run in this thing. The more I think about it, dude, I think St. John's might be on upset alert. I almost don't even want to say it. But I do think St. John's might be on upset alert. To take a break, since we have a break in March Madness, I think we take a break from college basketball and we jump into a little bit of the NBA and the association, which is the association I love more than any. And there's no bigger story in basketball. Obviously, there's a bigger story in basketball. The biggest story in basketball is March Madness. Silly Zach. But there's no bigger story in the NBA than Luka Doncic going absolutely off and the Lakers becoming a truly dominant force in the West. Luka put up 60 on Miami in a game where they needed every single one of his buckets. But if we just back up a little bit, okay, this team got to Miami at like 5 a.m. This is off a back-to-back, on the road, traveling in between, where they played a Houston team that is a very, very physical basketball team. Fly to Miami, get in at 5 a.m., sleep like 4 hours, and then get back to the gym to play a very physical and fast-paced Miami team. Miami team plays with a lot of pace this year. So that's not an easy back-to-back. Houston to Miami is a tough one. See you, Blorp. They came, all of those excuses. They had all those excuses that I had preloaded for I basically had all those preloaded for when the Lakers lost to Miami. I was like, well, this and the travel, and it was a back-to-back. But they showed up and just gave it right to Miami and just shoved it to them. LeBron had 19, 15, and 10. Smart and Ayton were awesome on defense. AR notched an 18, 5, and 4 stat line, which is pretty standard for AR. He pretty much just played his game. And the Lakers ultimately won by 8. Luka Doncic had 60 points, though. 6-0. 60. This team is playing a gritty brand of basketball on this 8-game win streak. I'm dangerously close to think the Lakers could win it all. I'm dangerously close to thinking that Luka will do enough to get this Laker team to the finals. I know how good Wemby is. I know how good the Thunder are. I know how good Jokic is. I know Anthony Edwards is there, and the Lakers got swept by the Timberwolves last year. I know. I hear it, and I get it. I know how difficult the West is. But I know it's a tough road ahead for the Lakers in the playoffs. But however little you believed in this team a month ago, you got to be believing a little bit more right now. This team's on an 8-game win streak. And Luka in the last 5 games, dog. The last 5 games, he has 51, 30, 36, 40, and 60. Over the last 5, he's averaging a stat line of 43, 8, and 8. He's having a better season than SGA. Luka Doncic is having a better season than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Over the last 5, he has 51, 30, 36, 40, and 60. The last 5 games, 43, 8, and 8 from Luka Doncic. He's having a better season than SGA. They've played the same amount of games. Luka's averaging 2 more points per game, 4 more boards per game, and 2 more assists per game. Every stat that we use to quantify an offensive player, Luka is better than SGA. The only thing SGA has over Luka is the field goal percentage. So if you really, really value field goal percentage, yeah, sure, SGA is your MVP. He's also on the most stacked team in basketball. Oh, he plays defense. Yeah, on the best defensive team in basketball. It's a lot easier to play defense when all 4 of the guys around you are elite defenders. It's a lot easier to play defense. Luka doesn't have that. Luka doesn't have the shooting percentages. Okay. Luka plays more minutes. Yeah, dude, he does. He plays more minutes than you. He's out there for his team. Luka is better than Shai in every single category that's important for the MVP. Luka is better than Shai in every important category going towards MVP. The most important part of this whole Luka Doncic thing, when we're talking about the literal award for MVP, I understand the idea of putting in all of the shooting percentages. I understand putting in the assists numbers and the rebounds number. The most important part of this award is the value that you are to your team. SGA is a huge value to the Thunder. I don't think the Thunder win last year because of him. I don't think the Thunder are the number 1 seed in the West this year because of him. He's missed a lot of games this year. The teams looked pretty decent without him. They are stacked to the gills. They might be tied with San Antonio for the 2nd place in the West if SGA wasn't even on that team. The value that SGA brings to the Thunder is enormous, but the value that Luka brings to the Lakers is far superior. Most valuable player. Luka's got the stats, Luka's got the wins, and Luka's got the value over SGA. Luka has the stats and the value over SGA. The voters who are going to put SGA as the MVP ahead of Luka are tripping balls, dude, because this guy's the most valuable player in the league. By a lot. Fantasy Punishment just followed me? Oh my gosh. OMG. Thank you, Fantasy Punishment. I think. Clipped that. XD, that's a clip for you. Can't upload right now, though. I talked about it a little bit earlier about the Spurs being the best team in the league. I'm not going to do that whole thing again. But at the end of it, I said Victor Wembanyama is a passing game away from being the most talented player in the league. I think the most talented player is different than the most valuable player, right? MVP typically implies more than just talent. There's winning goes into the MVP vote. There's a lot of things that go into it outside of just pure talent. In terms of just pure talent on the floor, Wemby will be the most talented for the rest of time if he can figure out how to pass the ball. But I did do my top 5 most talented players in the NBA. At number 5, most talented players in the NBA, I do have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The dude's a baller. The dude's a freaking beast. He can score at any moment on the floor. Great defender. He's incredibly talented. He's a very elite scorer. He doesn't have the passing and the rebounding stats that the rest of these guys do, personally. He doesn't have something that takes him over the edge, talent-wise, to get him above the 5. At number 4, right now, Victor Wembanyama. I think Victor is going to be the most talented in the league eventually if he can learn how to pass. But right now, he doesn't have that as part of his game, really. Can you imagine what's going to happen when teams throw the double at Wemby and he's able to just white chocolate across the court? He might be unstoppable when that happens, but until it does, he is my number 4 ranked most talented player. Number 3, Luka Doncic. He can shoot. He can score. He puts up more circus shots in the hole than anybody. He can pass. He's the second best passer in the league. He's an elite rebounder. Luka does everything. He's not fast. That is the thing. He's not fast. But pure talent-wise, NBA scoring talent, Luka is number 3 on this list. Number 2, shouldn't be surprising, but might be because you haven't heard his name all season. Number 2 most talented player in the league is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie has the best handles in basketball. We haven't seen him in a while because he's been hurt. But just pure talent, Kyrie Irving has the ball on a string. A lot of people are learning from Kyrie. There's a lot of really good ball handlers in this league. I think James Harden's a great ball handler. I think there's a lot of really, really good ball handlers in the league. Guys that can absolutely handle the ball. Horrible. But no one is better than Kyrie. All your favorite ball handler looks up to Kyrie in everything that he does. But of course, the number 1 overall most talented player in the league is Nikola Jokic. And he doesn't even care. He's the best passer in the league. He's the best rebounder in the league. He's one of the most dominant scorers in the league. He's an elite defender. He makes these circus shots from half court. He can shoot the 3. He can't even dunk, though. Nikola Jokic is the most talented basketball player that we have. What up, Jake? Never talk ball. Who? Me? I know, man. Darius Garland actually is very, very shifty. Yeah, JS. What up, dog? Darius Garland is very shifty. Very good. But Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving for a reason. We just haven't seen him in a while. I miss Kyrie. Basketball's better when Kyrie Irving is playing basketball. Not having him this season stinks. Do you think the Mavs would have traded Anthony Davis if Kyrie was playing this year? I'd be very interested to see what that team looks like. The one thing that's my favorite part is you can see the influence of Kyrie Irving on Cooper Flagg. It seems like Kyrie has just taken Cooper under his wing and said, here, bro, let me teach you how to play basketball. Because every single time Cooper Flagg goes out onto the court, I feel like he improves. It feels like he gets better and better every single time he's out there. Kyrie has a massive effect on Cooper Flagg. I know it. I just can't prove it. I'm that guy. I'm that meme. I know it, but I just can't prove it. Kyrie's not even close to top 10 right now. In talent? In talent? Really? Kyrie's not even close. Fantasy punishment. You should call into the show because, dude, I didn't even think that was the hot take. The hot take was Shea at 5. A lot of people think Kyrie should be number 1. I think your favorite player would have him as the most talented. Your favorite player in the league probably wishes he was Kyrie. Currently. Of guys that are healthy. Oh, because he's not healthy, I can't put him there. I hear that. I understand that part. I understand if you're doing it currently. No, because of his age. Kyrie's the best fundamental point guard in the league right now. Said J Stacks. Hey, let's be nice. Hey, be nice to each other. We're allowed to have different opinions, but we do have to be nice to each other and cordial. But J Stacks, fantasy punishment. If you guys want to call into the show, please call into the show. The number's at the top of the screen. It's 213-352-5216. For those of you on Twitch and YouTube, shout out to you guys. For you, the number's on the bottom of the screen. And XD is just clipping it up. Luka dong. I don't know why I said it like that. XD is clipping it all the way up, and he's absolutely rocking. Shout out to XD. If you guys do not follow TBWZ Clips on TikTok, please do. Please do so. The last thing I have on the NBA is that the Pistons are cooked. And it sucks, dude. This team was very, very good to start the season. I had them as my number 1 ranked team pretty much all year. And the Pistons, Cade Cunningham, collapsed lung. What? How? Bro, had to get a chest tube? That's crazy. Bro's out here playing, what's his name? Bro, Cade Cunningham's out here pulling a Tyrod Taylor. Bro, collapsing a lung in the middle of a season? Come on, bro. I didn't think the Pistons were going to get very far in the East anyways because he was the only person that can score on that team. And when they shut down Cade, they pretty much shut down that offense. But that defense was for real. The physicality that team brought night after night is for real. Like, that would not be fun in a 7-game series at all. I still don't think it's going to be fun. They're not a fun team to play. Their defense doesn't get a lot worse with Cade being out. It doesn't get a whole lot worse with Cade being out, but who's going to take over for Cade? Who's going to be the point scorer? Who's going to be the guy that they give the ball to and say, hey, we need a bucket, you go out and get it? Is it Tobias Harris? That's sad. Is it Reggie Jackson? Is he even still on the team? Is he even still on the team? I said that like Seinfeld, hardcore. He's playing tonight. Who? Tom Brady? Tom Brady's the system quarterback. Said fantasy punishment. Why did you name fantasy punishment? Is your name fantasy? Did you have to change your TikTok name to fantasy punishment as a fantasy punishment? If so, your friends are the least creative people I've ever met in my life. Shout out to them, though. I got the depth chart right now on Twitch and YouTube. Dennis Jenkins. No, thank you, dude. Ron Holland. You're like Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson. Like, you don't have. I think Chris Levert is got to be the guy. I think Chris Levert is probably going to have to be the lead scorer on this team, which is crazy to say. But with Cade being out as long as he is, do we know if Cade is going to be back for the playoffs? Diagnosed with the collapsed lung and is expected to miss an extended period of time. Has Shams updated us at all on a timetable for Cade Cunningham? Shams Charania from Chicago joined Twitter in 2010. Shams' Twitter is older than half the people listening to the show. Evan, what up? Fun fact, Shea can miss 175 shots in a row and still have a better field goal percentage than Luka. That's super fun. That's awesome. He's also hundreds of points behind Luka in points scored. I think the Knicks need to be above Los Angeles Lakers, and Lakers need to be replaced by the Suns. Jay Stacks, no, brother, no. No, brother. No, brother. Pistons are optimistic for his return for the postseason. Evan, I hope he does return. I don't like when a team that's dominant all season then loses their guy and is no longer good. What's up, brother? You are live on TBWZ. Please mute the stream in the background. Keep it clean and let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Lucas, and I'm from Long Island.
Are you going to mute the stream in the back?
What'd you say?
Can you mute the stream in the back?
What do you mean?
I can hear an echo.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Oh. Why? What's echoing? If you're on your phone, are you with some homies?
Oh, no, I'm on my house phone calling.
You have a house phone?
Yep.
That is such a lie. There's no shot you have a house phone.
I swear to God.
Like, who calls the house phone? Like, it's got to be exclusively for, like, your aunt and your grandmas.
Yeah, like my grandparents do. My cousins do.
When's the last time you had the whole family together? All the cousins, all the grandparents, everybody?
Probably like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, not Christmas?
No, I went, like half came for Christmas.
What did you get for Christmas? Did you get anything cool?
I got a signed Tyler Shuck helmet.
Are you a Saints fan?
Yes, sir.
Bro, Tyler Shuck is the truth. Am I right?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. I've been getting hated on for saying that.
Can you give me like 30 seconds on why the Saints are going to be a playoff team next year?
Tyler Shuck, Travis Etienne, whoever we draft this year, and Chris Olave. That's all I need to say.
What about Alvin Kamara?
I think he's going to retire.
Do you think he's going to retire on his own, or is he going to be asked by the team to move on?
I think he's going to retire on his own because he doesn't want to play anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know why he would want to leave New Orleans. Have you been to NOLA?
I have not.
So what made you a Saints fan? Because NOLA is a great city.
Actually, the Minnesota Miracle, when they lost, that just made me love the Saints.
You felt for the dog.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Are you Fantasy Punishment in the TikTok?
I indeed am.
Why is your name Fantasy Punishment on TikTok?
This was supposed to be like our fantasy account, but we just never posted on it.
And so you're using that one to stay incognito. Absolutely love it. And you said your name was Lucas. Brother, you're calling into the show. What do you want to talk about today, Luke?
I just want to talk about why the Warriors are going to win the chip, and Kyrie is not top 10 all time.
Well, geez. The Kyrie one is 100% debatable. But the Warriors winning the chip this year is not debatable at all. There's no shot. I don't even know if they're going to be a playoff team.
Yes, they are. They are going to win the championship because Steph Curry's coming back soon, maybe this week. And I think he's going to do it for us.
You're a Warriors fan and you're a Saints fan. Are you a fan of anything that's New York based?
Yankees and the Islanders.
You sound like a really fun guy to hang out with.
Sure.
Lucas, they are currently the 10 seed. They're going to be a play-in team. But to get through the Clippers and Phoenix and Portland, who I think are all three of those are better teams than the Warriors, I don't think this team makes the playoffs. I also don't think you want to. Wouldn't you rather have a lottery pick?
Well, the Warriors were a play-in team last year, and look what they did. They beat the Rockets in the first round and almost beat the Timberwolves in the second round.
But wouldn't you rather have a lottery pick in this year's draft class that's absolutely stacked to the gills with talent?
I don't think I would want a lottery pick this year.
It's the most talented draft class we've had in like 10 years, and you don't want a lottery pick in it.
True.
All right, bro. Yeah, I think there's no shot for Golden State. I don't think Golden State has a future, really. They traded away Kuminga, and Kuminga's balling out in Atlanta. I understand it didn't work for him over there, but that's fine. Steph Curry's getting old. I don't know what the Warriors' plan is for next season.
I think they just got to, because Jimmy Butler, he's probably going to be healthy next year. So when he's back, if not this season, then definitely next season they're going to make a deep playoff run.
Not this season, then probably next season they'll make a deep playoff run because they have Jimmy Butler?
Yes, I think he's one of the greatest forwards in the league when he's at his full strength and health.
Yeah.
And
what's up, One Smooth?
And Porzingis, who hasn't been playing as well as he should be, but I think they could do some good stuff in the offseason.
Yeah, Juan, that's funny. What good thing in the offseason do you think they have to do?
I would love to get Jordan Poole back.
Dog, I mean, that right there, you're hitting the nail on the head. That was the future of the Warriors. The future of the Warriors was Jordan Poole, and Draymond punched away that future. Do you remember when they won the chip, how good Jordan Poole was? People were talking about him being the MVP over Steph, and you sent that guy away.
I think that was one of the worst decisions ever. I feel like Draymond could have went away instead of Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I think you guys would be a better team if you still had Jordan and no Draymond, bro. I absolutely think you would.
In New Orleans too.
Yeah, he's been decent in New Orleans. With DeJounte Murray on that team, if they have a healthy Zion and then Jordan Poole, brother, and they have a Herb Jones over there, that New Orleans team, I think they have a brighter future personally than Golden State. But I'd be remiss to continue talking about the Warriors this long because no one really wants to talk Warriors basketball. A lot of people are talking March Madness. How are you feeling about March? How's your bracket doing?
My bracket's not doing so well. I had a bunch of I had Ohio State winning. I had Hofstra winning today, which sucks they didn't win.
Yeah, you did have Hofstra winning. You had a similar Final Four to my friend Tyler from Oklahoma, who had Hofstra going all the way to the Final Four. Brother, that's crazy. Anything else about the March Madness or NFL or NBA?
All I'm just saying is Miami's winning the Natty.
Miami, the Hurricanes?
Yes, sir.
Bro, great call on Miami. That'd be awesome. Lucas, thank you, brother. Talk to you soon. Hanging up on Lucas real quick before he drops something crazy, but thank you, Lucas, for calling in. You were the absolute man. Juan Smooth, dude, never seen you before. Electric chats to start off your career here at TBWZ. Nobody was saying that, but it's fun to talk about. Jordan Poole has been average in NOLA. He has, but that NOLA team for me is a team that can be good if DeJounte Murray continues to be DeJounte Murray. Jordan Poole is there. Obviously, I like Herb Jones. Zion is still one of the best players in basketball if he's healthy. It's a huge if, but Jordan Poole is a role player, not a playmaker. I think Jordan Poole was he was the reason that, oh my gosh. Clemson and Iowa are playing the worst game of basketball I've ever seen in my life. We have 12 total points scored in the first 5 minutes of the game. I mean, it's like they have no heart. It's like they have no heart, no soul. Makes me so mad. Wiz might be worse, so Dub's second worst at drafting. LOL. Dude, you said Warriors are bad at drafting. When I think about that Wiseman draft, who was it? It was Wiseman. Did they draft Kuminga, right? They drafted Kuminga. The best draft pick they ever had was Steph Curry. Well, now Smooth. What? Can you teach me how to Dougie? You're saying the Warriors are the worst drafting team ever. That's a team that drafted Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. So I think once they got those guys, they became bad at drafting. But it's also a result of them being really, really good at basketball. So they haven't had anything better than a 20-plus pick, except for the year they had James Wiseman at 2, and they took James Wiseman. Wow, I'll never let them leave that down. Zion has so much potential, even still with all the drama. DeJounte is awesome. One Smooth, I'm with you, dog. I like you a lot. And Jay Sadix, love you too, dog. Both first-time chatters, first-time guys hanging out on the show. Thank you for being a part of this thing. I compare Jordan Poole to Patty Mills. No. Jay Stacks, I love you, dog, but that's crazy. Even Jordan Poole would, I think even Patty Mills would say that's crazy. I think even Patty Mills would say that is crazy. We have 1 hour left in the show. Fellas, just to make sure that I'm on for it, I'm going to take 5 real fast and go pee-pee and potty and poo-poo. To those of you watching in the live, I will be back in 5. Do I continue to go live with you guys, or do you guys want to come over to Twitch and YouTube for the rest of the show? Because I've got an hour left in the show, but I need to take a 5-minute break. Jordan Poole could have been a budget Lou Williams, but that's at his highest. Really? You guys are low on Jordan Poole. I'm much higher on Jordan Poole than you guys, I guess. Also, Lou Will is like my favorite basketball player of all time. He's the best. Fellas, thank you. If you do not follow, please hit the follow button so you guys can get notified next time I am live. So next time on Monday when I go live again, we can talk about everything from the sporting weekend, all of the March, all of the madness, all of the NBA, any NFL news that drops, any MLB news that comes out. Please hit the follow button so we can hang out again Monday when I go live. You guys are the absolute best. I'm not a first-time chatter, been here for 2 weeks now. Jay Stacks, I'm so sorry, bro. That makes me, I feel very bad about that. I just didn't remember your name. Now I will forever. Maybe I was just getting lost in the sauce, Jay Stacks. But you are the man. I absolutely love you. I'm going to be, Juan, thank you for the live. Thank you, Fantasy. Or Lucas, thank you, dog. I'll talk to you guys again on Monday. I'm going to be live, though, on Twitch and YouTube for the next hour. So if you guys want to keep watching the show, I'll be live on Twitch and YouTube. If not, love you guys. See you again on Monday. Peace out. Peace out, nerds. It's just us, fellas. Big 3 for Iowa. Iowa's up a quick 9 points on Clemson. Clemson has 6. Iowa has 15. When do we think Clemson is going to score 10 points? Clemson sucks, by the way. I'm just letting you guys know. Clemson sucks at everything. That's what I'm going to say when I get back. I have a take on Clemson just sucking at everything when I get back. Clemson, I'm writing this down, sucks. Clemson sucks, dude. I will see you guys in about 5 minutes. I'll be back. What this brother has to say. What is up, bro? How are you? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, do you remember me? I called you like last month.
I don't remember everybody, but what's your name? Where are you calling from, my guy?
Anthony, and I'm calling from Indiana.
Anthony from Indiana. Now it's coming to me. Now it becomes more and more familiar. You like chicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the guy who likes girls. Let's go. Brother, you're calling into the show. What do you want to talk about today?
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
You have who winning the Super Bowl?
Patriots.
You also have the Patriots. Do you have any reasoning behind it, or just like that's the way the cookie crumbles?
I can't hear you.
Do you also, or do you have any reasoning behind the Patriots winning, or do you just think that's the way it rolls? The Patriots win.
I think that the the Patriots will win because of their defense.
Yeah, they got a solid defense. Bro, did you have school today? Did you already finish it up?
Yeah, it was hell. Tell me about it.
Bro, what happened? Why? What grade are you in, first of all?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade's a rough one, dude. What made today tough?
What?
What made today so tough?
So I got in trouble because at lunch I said, in my Drake May jersey, I said, "Let's go Patriots," and then I yelled it out in the cafeteria, and then one teacher said, "You need to sit out from this cafeteria and you need to eat in the hallway."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And it was literally a Bills fan who told me that.
Bro, was this teacher a woman?
Yeah.
Bro, is she old and annoying?
I mean, when I first met her the first year, she wasn't that annoying.
She sounds like a really nasty lady to be around.
Yeah.
That stinks so bad, bro. So you got kicked out of the cafeteria and you had to eat alone? Was that sad or what?
And then in the next 3 days, I have to eat in the office.
You have to eat in the office for 3 days straight because you yelled "Go Pats"?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's so uncool.
Yeah.
Man, what a horrible punishment. They're like, hey, you're a ball knower and you love football and you're a passionate guy. Go eat in the hallway all alone. I don't like that, man. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to ask you that. But, bro, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? What are your plans?
I'm going to throw a party.
You're throwing a party at your pad?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Super Bowl food? What you cooking up?
I actually don't know. I actually keep it a mystery.
Dude, keep it a mystery. Keep it a buck. Are you going to drink some like, what's your favorite soda? Are you going to have some Dr. Pepper?
I might.
You might mess around with some DP? Whoa. Are you excited for Bad Bunny?
No.
Oh, dude, not at all?
No.
All right. That's chill. The ladies like Bad Bunny, though. You got to start getting on the Bad Bunny so you can play that for the ladies. You know what I mean, dog?
Wait, you must be thinking of the wrong person. I wasn't the one that liked the girls.
Oh, you're not the one who likes girls.
I mean, I do. I'm not gay.
Well, there we go. Answered that question. Is there anybody in your grade that is out of the closet, that is gay?
I think one, but our school goes up to 8, but there was the 4th grade teacher I think is gay.
Oh, you have a gay teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a gay girl or a gay guy?
A gay guy. I think he is. He acts like it.
He acts like a gay guy. I sometimes act like a gay guy.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, sometimes we all do. Sometimes you got to get a little fruity on them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're impressing a girl, you got to get a little fruity on them. They kind of like it sometimes.
Yeah.
But they like it more when we lift. Do you play sports? Do you lift?
Of course I do play sports.
Bro, what the hell was I talking about? Did I say sometimes I act a little gay sometimes? Huh? ZCA? Going at it like that? ZCA? What? Sometimes I don't know what is happening, you know? There's times where I go back to edit the show and I'm like going through some of the clips and stuff and I'm like, I don't remember saying any of this. I disassociate. There's been this thing that's happening to me recently where I will sometimes view my pages on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and I will be very confused as to who I'm looking at. I'm like, who is that guy? And it's me. It's just weird being forward-facing. Iowa's up 10 points right now in Clemson. They're up 18-8 as we find a little bit of a lull here in the March Madness day. Which is a good spot to be. Every once in a while you need a little break from the madness. You need a little bit of a break to chill out because we have games all night. We have a few games tipping off here shortly. I'll be going through them if I can figure out how to click on things. We obviously have St. John's tipping off against Northern Iowa here shortly. UCF and UCLA, Queens University, and Purdue. For our late night slate. I'm calling this our evening slate, our late night slate. We get Prairie View A&M against Florida, Cal Baptist, Kansas, Furman, UConn, Missouri, Miami to round out the day. I'm not going to lie, fellas. I'm pretty high on Miami. Why am I high on Miami? This game is in St. Louis at 7 p.m. That's so late. This game's in Philly. This game doesn't tip off till 10. UConn and Furman? Dog. I don't know about you, but by 10 p.m., I'm ready for bed, bro. Excuse me. See, Furman, dude, not going to lie, this makes me want to take Furman really, really badly. I might change my bracket. I wish I could, but I can't. I wish I could, but I can't, and I shan't, and I'm sorry. For whatever reason, today has been an awesome day for me of learning how frustrated I can get as a human being. What's a cortisol spike? Is that when you just freak out and get really mad? That's been happening to me all day, and I haven't taken advantage of it. If I take advantage of it, I mean absolutely scream and go off on everyone that's been pissing me off and making me mad. We can just continue to cover the things that we covered, the things that happened yesterday. There's no clips from this show. There's no clips anymore. When the show is sports heavy, when the show is like goofy, or not goofy, when the show is sports heavy and I have a lot of things to cover and a lot of points to make, when I try to really fill out the show with stuff to talk about, I end up not being able to like whisk myself away into the whimsical and find some of the silliness. Did I just say whisk myself away into the whimsical? Maybe I am a little bit gay. Maybe I am. Maybe it's Maybelline. 20-10 Iowa with 10 minutes left in the first half. 10 minutes in, they've scored 30 points. We are not on track. We are not on track for the lots of points to be scored. Also, Ohio did not win. So that one makes me sad, but you know what I mean? We live and we learn. Can we keep rolling with some of these games? Do I like anything in the UCF and UCLA game? Yes, I do. Do I like Northern Iowa and St. John's? Yes, I do. I think we're going to be looking at a St. John's, and they should be playing. One thing historically that has been happening this year and all years going forward through March Madness has been first halves not being very high-scoring games. We've had some decently high-scoring first halves here throughout the March Madness, but I think I'm ready for that trend to get a little bit bucked. If you know what I'm talking about, say what up, what up. I think I'm going to be taking St. John's in Northern Iowa to be a low-scoring first half. That is what I think I'm going to be doing as this event will start soon. Thank you for the notification. And then UCF and UCLA, I'm just going to let that one ride. Right now I have UCLA hanging out. A lot of people have UCF in their parlays, or in their brackets, but UCLA for me is a team to be reckoned with. They're an awesome team, an awesome squad. Let's go on Twitter.
How do you keep them out?
This is Villanova head coach Kevin Willard. After the game, they just lost to Utah State.
Coach, 16 paint points for Utah State. How do you keep them out?
I'm going to fire my staff because we've...
Not now.
Yeah, I am.
What?
16 paint points for Utah State. How do you keep them out?
I'm going to fire my staff because we've...
Not now.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I am, because we've given up 8...
What an idiot.
points on underneath out of bounds defense. So the only thing I'm going to do is fire them and get a new staff.
All right, go do that now. Bye, Coach. Kevin, we're losing people.
What an ass. Bro, imagine if your boss just went on national TV in front of everybody in the biggest moment of your career and said you're fired. Hey, Luke Gardine, thank you for the follow. Missed that earlier. Bro, what a jerk.
Coach, 16 paint points for Utah State. How do you keep them out?
I'm going to fire my staff because we've...
Not now.
Yeah, I am, because we've given up...
She tried saving him, too. So typically in these situations, you've got a really good reporter on her hands because she's like, oh, he's upset. I'm going to throw him a bone. Not now, right? And he goes, of course not. I'm just messing around. But this guy did not take the bait. Kevin Willard is heated. He's red. He's the color red. You can't even tell me that guy's white. That guy's pink. That guy's red.
8 points on underneath out of bounds defense. So the only thing I'm going to do is fire them and get a new staff.
All right, go.
That's the only thing you're going to do? You're not taking any blame on yourself? Kevin Willard? I hate this man. Guys, I'm officially anti-Kellen Willard. You know what? Kevin Willard? I got to go full screen for this. Hey, Kevin Willard, you've been banned from TBWZ. You're never, ever, ever coming on this show. Wow. That's my first ban in a long time. I can't believe I banned Kevin Willard. The first to ever get banned was Jamar Chase, and then Stephon Diggs. But yeah, you've been banned. Joe Burrow got picked off by Logan Paul. What are we doing? You know what I mean? It is funny too when like a few months ago it's like hard-hitting sports with Zach, and now it's like Joe Burrow picked off by Logan Paul. Him, Jamar, and Diggs have all been banned. I meant to be here. I was cooking little kids in flag football again. You were cooking. Wait. Oreo, what were you doing? What the heck? What were you doing? Is this on right now? Speed wasn't messing with the turf, so he took off his shoes. Okay. Speed has his shoes off. Why are Speed and Logan Paul actually holding their own against NFL players? Because they're freak athletes. Oh, you guys aren't watching that. I'm sorry. My bad. Woof. What is all this from? Saquon broke Logan Paul's ankles. Hey, oh guys, this just in. Holy crap. Saquon Barkley cooks pro wrestler Logan Paul in a flag football game. Tune in next to see I Show Speed without his shoes on. Oreo, this for you. Why cut to this guy? Yeah! Why does Speed have his shoes off, dude? Speed's so crazy. Bro, Speed is so crazy, dude. He's got his shoes off. He's so crazy. Look at his sock tan. Iowa, fade away. Brick, rebounded. Clemson, foul on the floor. On Iowa, it'll be Clemson's ball. Let's lock in on St. John's all together now. All together now. All together now. Name that Beatles song. All together now. What is going on here? What is this? Overtime TV? Accept. Shop jobs? Should I apply for a job? Should I apply for a job at overtime? What is this stuff? OT7? Opening weekend, March 21st. That's this weekend. Season 5. What are we talking about? What is this? OT7? Is this 7 on football? Is this 7 on 7? 7 on 7. What is this one? Overtime select. What is overtime? All-nighters. The All-Nighters are your 25 champions. What are we doing? Chicks? Women's basketball? No, I've never seen OT7. Is this women's basketball? Is it boys and girls club? Scotty Barnes. Shout out to him. Are they live on Twitch right now?
But FaZe might be the best basketball team I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes.
They are absolutely incredible.
FaZe? OTE? Bro, that's crazy. This one got no views. This one got so many views. Because it's Anthony Edwards? Was FaZe playing in a basketball? I have no idea what's going on. Why does Lacey have so many people watching him? Courtside at Clemson, Iowa?
16th seed. Once we get to like the Elite Eight and the Sweet 16, like I'm telling y'all, I got courtside for one of the Elite Eight games. We have a whole suite. So every Final Four game, I'm gonna get a suite at those games.
Drunk Disney tomorrow. Oh, cool. He's courtside tickets at Clemson versus Iowa. March Madness Tour, Day 2, 6,000 on Iowa. Drunk Disney tomorrow. Oh, man. Is he a good guy? I don't know him. I don't know any of his stuff, really. I follow him. I've seen him a couple of times. He's never made me laugh one time. Is he like a comedian? Is he funny? Or is he just doing wild stuff? Is he just IRL? Because there's a whole new brand of people that are just IRL.
Oh my days. Got it.
This game was awesome. OT's Fire. It's where Taylon Kinney used to play. I don't even know who that is. People sponsor the teams and they do draft. It's high school league for prospects. Wow. Sounds like sounds inappropriate. Iowa is still up 10 on Clemson. Clemson stinks. Clemson sucks at everything. Ooh, clip time. Clemson is... I'm watching the game right now. Clemson's down 10. Clemson sucks at everything. They're bad at all the sports. Clemson used to be good. Dude, Dabo Swinney, the Times has passed you by, brother. Your team stinks. Your basketball team stinks. Why would anybody want to go to Clemson? It used to be like kind of cool. What's the point of going there? Why? Dabo, remember when he was like, I'm not doing any of this transfer portal NIL crap. Okay, cool. Like, don't even make a bowl game then. Just have a horrible, horrible team. For years, Clemson was like, we're just going to be in the ACC and just beat up on all the teams in the ACC that stink in football and then make the playoff every year. And now it's like, oh, wait, Clemson's not even good in the ACC. They're not even a top team in their conference. Duke was a better football team than Clemson this year. And now I'm watching Taylon Kinney. Might be a 5-star. That's sick. Cool. Good for him. Sounds like a cool dude. And then I'm watching Clemson basketball play. They stink. They're not a good 8 seed. It seems like a weird school to go to. It seems like a weird community to be a part of. I don't like the colors. They're childish. I don't know why, but when I watch Clemson football, I feel bad for the black guys. Is that weird? I feel like there's a lot of like deep-seated racism on that Clemson campus. And when the team's not good, I bet they call them nasty names behind there's a lot of people be saying nasty words. Iowa dribbling, top of the key, driving, running the pick and roll, throwing the ball away. Gosh, both these teams suck. Iowa's really bad, bro. Clemson just kind of stinks at everything. My favorite part about Clemson being good is them now being bad, right? It's one thing if they just sucked, like they just sucked the whole time, but dude, they were the best team in America for a couple of years. They were the only team that can go toe-to-toe with Kirby Smart and with Nick Saban and come out with chips. Some of those Clemson teams, dude, that Travis Etienne team, TBWZ live from the shower. Let's go, dude. I love when you're wet. Well, I love when you're getting me wet. I love when you make me. Jeez. Yeah, I love when you're watching me, and I love when you're watching me and you're getting wet. From the shower. Dabo Swinney just let the rest of college football pass him by and was like too big of a boomer to like pay players or like go to the transfer portal. And now his team stinks. Now their signature win was over Bill Belichick and UNC. Who puts the unk in UNC, if you know what I mean? Come on now. Shout out to us. Shout out to me. That's my one clip for the day. It's just like ragging on Clemson. I feel like I haven't. It's okay. I'm 18. Oh, unruly. Oh, wait, this is the game that's at USF. This was the game that we were going to send XD to. XD was going to get sent to this game. Iowa-Clemson. I'm so glad he didn't. This game stinks. I feel like a flow. I feel like a. Dude, so between you and me, let's just be honest here. Let's be super, super duper honest time. We got about 30 minutes left in the show. Before we kick it off, dude, we have a great Epic Friday. All together now. All together now. I used to gamble like a lot when I had more disposable income, and then my paycheck started getting a little light, and so I slowed down, and then I kind of just stopped completely gambling. Every once in a while, I'll put a couple of bucks into my account and throw some wagers around and stuff like that, and every time I'm left with the same feeling. Dude, winning a bet. You guys, before I say it, you guys know I don't condone gambling. I don't condone gambling because I have yet to find people who are truly responsible with it. The way for me to gamble responsibly is you need to basically have a bankroll of 100 units in your account, whatever your unit is. Like, let's say when I play blackjack in Vegas, okay? Hand up, I love blackjack. Love blackjack. I love gambling at the casinos. I gotta stop hiccuping immediately. When I go play blackjack, it's usually $25 hands. But for math's sake, let's just say it's $10 hands, okay? So you're going to play blackjack, it's $10 hands. If you pull out $20, and you're like, I don't want to lose a lot of money, so I'm going to bring out $20. I'm going to play with $20. You go play blackjack with $20. That's 2 hands. You lose your first 2 hands. Boom, boom. Dealer has 21 on one of them, and then dealer has 16. You're showing a 4. You don't hit. They flip a 5. Boom, boom. You're out. You're done. You've lost $20. What I do when I play blackjack is I usually bring out $1,000. Because what that allows you to do, if I'm playing $10 hands and I bring $1,000, bro, I can lose 20 hands in a row and I'll still have plenty of money, right? I'll still have $800 to play with. Yeah. Yeah. I'll still have $800 to play with, basically. But I've lost 20 hands in a row. What that is essentially doing is I've put 100 units on the table. So I bring $1,000 because it's 100 units, because I could lose half and then win another half and be back to even. It's very similar with sports gambling, in my opinion. If you're going to be wagering $100 per wager, you should probably have $100,000 or $10,000 in your account that you're playing with. So you can lose 80 plays and still have money left over to battle back to even. But what most people do is they put in $100 and they spend 50 on this team, 25 on that parlay, and then they have 25 left, and they're like, I'll save it for a later date, and then they see a live line they like, and they throw it all away. And then in the first 3 games of March Madness, they're out of money, so they're putting more money back in. It's very irresponsible to do it that way. If you're going to gamble, please, please, please do it responsibly. That means you need to imagine that when you put money into your account, that money is gone. It's not like I'm putting this money in my account and I'm going to get it back. No. When you gamble, you imagine that the money that you put into your account is now gone. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But if you do that, then you understand, like, you're basically doing that because you understand that you're about to lose. Because you're about to lose the money that you put into your account. If you go into it thinking, I'm gonna put in $100, I'm gonna throw it all on red, and I'm gonna get it up to 200. I'm gonna take that 200. I'm gonna put it on this money line. I'm gonna turn that 200 into 150, so I'll have 350 to play, and then I'll take out my 200, and then I'll have. That's not how it works. That is not how it works at all. Whatever money you put into your account, just consider it gone. Consider it lost. Consider it Vegas's. You've given it away to them. It is no longer yours. It is theirs. Most people don't do that. Most people think like, oh, I'm just throwing a couple money, throwing 120, I'm throwing $200 into an account. I'll get it back though. No, you won't. So first and foremost, pretend like the money is already gone. The reason I stopped, truthfully stopped gambling winning a bet, how do I put this? Winning a sports bet makes you feel good. Losing a sports bet makes you feel retarded. Like the biggest idiot in the world. Dude, hitting a bet, you're like, yes, what was supposed to happen happened. It's almost like it's not necessarily like you're stoked that you won. It's more just like, yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen, and it did. If you guess like, hey, I bet it's going to be I bet the drive is going to take us less than 10 minutes because you've done it 100 times, and then it does. You're like, cool, I did it, right? That was a horrible, horrible, horrible analogy. Iowa shoots a 3. Bang on. Back to a 10-point lead for Iowa. Clemson sucks. So does Iowa. 29-19. Winning a bet feels good. Hitting a parlay feels great, right? Hitting a little 3-teamer is awesome. There's a high that happens inside of you, and it feels good. It feels really good. Like winning is dopamine. Winning bets is a dopamine hit. But losing bets makes you feel like the dumbest loser in the entire universe, and you've lost money now. The cost of losing and the negative impact on my mental health of losing far outweighs any positives to winning bets. And I'm remembering that right now as I'm looking at this game, and I feel like the biggest retard in the world. Dude, losing sucks. Losing money, sports gambling, is the dumbest thing you could ever do. It sucks so bad. You feel like such an idiot. Because before, you always convince yourself that you're going to win. You're like, dude, this is a great play. This is a smart play. You see, there's line movement. Bro, all of the publics on this team, I'm going to fade them. I'm going to fade the public. Oh, dude, there's late action on North Carolina. Oh, bro, late action on North Carolina. Dude, did you know that did you know that Duke in the past 7 games is averaging 48 points per game in the paint, and Siena is giving up 72 points per game in the paint? Bro, you convince yourself and then it doesn't happen, and you're like, I'm the biggest idiot in the world. What if you win a lot? You don't. XD1, if you win enough, what happens is the books then limit you. And they're like, hey, that was fun, but you're no longer allowed to bet that much money. And they limit you to like $100 per bet. And so you can't really win that much. Or if you really, really, really win, then they offer you a job and you now work for the sports book as a capper. But that's 1 in every 100,000 people. Everyone loses. Dude, you see Drake spin the wheel. He's doing stake and he's playing these games, and it's like Drake just made $1.3 million. He reported like $7 million in gambling losses last year. That's Drake. So we see him post the wins of like, dude, he just spun. Oh my gosh, he won $1 million on Jorge Masvidal. And he reported $7 million in losses. No one wins. Talk about the guy from Villanova that went on live TV and said he was firing his staff. Yeah, that guy was crazy. That guy's crazy. But ultimately, sports gambling, the losing makes me feel so much worse than the positivity of winning. And so for that reason, I'm just out on it. But March rolls around and I'm like, well, I found a couple of dollars in the cracks. And I'm wasting them away. I'm just throwing them all away. I'm throwing it all away at the end of the day. Unruly turns 19 years old on Monday. I'm excited to celebrate with you, bro. Very excited to celebrate with Unruly. But yeah, ultimately, I'm saying all that to just say sports gambling sucks. It really does. The amount of guys that like are, dude, it's such an epidemic right now with young men. Because your first job you get, if you get a job in high school and you work like 6 hours a week, and you get, bro, $100, you're like, bro, dude, I got $100. You're so rich. If you're making $100 a month in high school, like you're having a great time. Like you can go out and go to the movies. You can do whatever with that $100 a month. Like that's a half decent check for someone in high school. And I got to work 8 hours, then coach lacrosse for 3. Unruly, welcome to adulthood, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't even celebrate my birthday. I hate my birthday. I never celebrate my birthday. Paprika? I don't know why. I get so introspective on my birthday and I just start thinking about life. It's not like I don't want to be around people. Because I don't like answering questions. How are you doing? I hate that question. I avoid that question. I avoid talking to other people as much as possible, to be honest with you. I've become quite a crab. I've become quite a hermit. That's the first half in Clemson and Iowa. Iowa is up 7 by a score of 32-25 on Clemson. One of the lowest scoring games I've seen yet in March. I'm the guy who took the over. Gosh dang it. This is what he looks like. This is exactly what he looks like. Like, I haven't taken an over or an under the entire March Madness. This is the first over-under I've taken. Full game. I took a bunch of first half unders earlier, but yeah, I chose the lowest scoring game of every game, and I'm like, yep, that's the one that's going to go over. Who am I? Ultimately, what was I talking about? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I hate my birthday. I just get very introspective on the day. People talk to me. They're like, it's always like, hey, how are you doing? I don't want to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't want to celebrate. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, I don't really feel like celebrating myself. I don't need a day to be like, yes, this is my day. Hey, it's my day. It just sets yourself up to like be disappointed. Because if every time I've made my birthday a big deal in your head, you're like, all right, it's my birthday. It's my day. We're doing this and I want to do that. And it's got to be awesome. And I want to go to breakfast here and I want to do this. And I want blah, blah, blah. I want this for my birthday. And it's like, and then you end up getting disappointed and then you're sad. And you're like, why am I sad? It's my birthday. I'm like, hey, if I just want to be sad, like I don't need a day to tell me I can't. I don't like my birthday very much because I just don't like the pressure of having this day that you have to enjoy. You have to do something. What? It's your birthday. You need to shut up. Like I don't want to do that. I just want to work. My birthday better be on a show day. What's the birthday? Unruly's birthday is Monday. And then my birthday is July 18th. Let's see if that's a show day. All together now. All together now. Here it is, 516. These were every single kid that called in today was a 516 number from Long Island. That kid Jaden was like, yeah, I'm from Arizona. Oh, really? Why do you have a 516 area code? I moved from New York. Oh, you moved from New York? What part? Oh, like outside of Long Island. Oh yeah, really? Cool. I'm like 10 times smarter than all of you. I have the brain processing power of like 1,000 hyenas. You give the brain processing power of a corn of cob. Cob of corn? Corn on the cob? What the heck? Bro! Minty Winter, are you kidding me right now, dude?
It's money turning me on.
Hey! Dude, Minty Winter. Bro. Minty Winter was here, I think the first time you were here, Minty. Thank you so much, dog. I appreciate you so much, bro. I think the first time that Minty was here was the Crispy Concords Day. He was here the day that the video dropped, and Minty came in and gifted a bunch of subs that day when we were popping off. I think I had 43 people in here at one point. Dude. And then Minty, every once in a while, like once a month, just pops in and like gives some gifts. He's such a giving person. Minty, thank you so much. That's 35 subs. That means I'm pretty sure for the past 3 months you've been gifting 5 subs a month, dude. Minty, thank you so much, bro. That means a lot. You are the absolute man. Today I got attacked by 13-year-olds from Long Island, so I deserved this. I needed this. This was like me drinking a beer. You gifting me 5 subs was like a beer at the end of a long shift. Yeah, I just happened to watch that vid the day it came out, and I like to give. Yeah, Minty, you are a true one-of-one human being. never going to forget you, dog. I'm also never going to give you up. I'm never going to you up. Never going to you down. Bro, I got rickrolled so hard the other day. You ever get rickrolled and it like actually pisses you off? I do. Queens is tipped off. Queens and Purdue have tipped off. Queens is down 3. UCF and UCLA have tipped off. UCLA is winning that game. St. John's has tipped off against Northern Iowa. They're up 16-2. 5 minutes into the game. Oh boy, it's a route. Let me see what I took here. You're always a woman to me. Do you guys like do your parents like Billy Joel? Okay. Billie Jean is not my love. When is Madden coming back? The game? The video game? I don't know. I'd have to fit it in. It didn't seem like it really gelled very well. Every time I went to Madden XD, the views went from like 7, like they are now, to like 2. Like no one really cared about it too much. And I guess I had a little bit of fun, but overall, I don't know if it's the best thing for like our show. But then again, brother, you know it is coming up. March or basketball is, holy crap. Baseball is coming up sooner than you would think. And when we hit the dog days of baseball, I don't know what's going to happen. What the heck was I going to look up? What the actual crap was I about to look up, foo? My parents like Billy Joel, and so do I. He made some good music. Shout out to you, Minty. The best Billy Joel song of all time is Vienna. Paprika, I guess. I don't have any clips. I haven't been funny this week. This week I've been very low on clips. I have not been funny. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just not as silly and goofy as I once was. Maybe I've become a hardened soul. Heart and soul. No, but the best Billy Joel song is Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But if you're so small, tell me why you still so afraid. Hey, Vienna. What's the trouble? What's to worry about? Dude, I used to be 19 years old and just like play Vienna in my car alone. And I would just sit there before like going into my house. Or I'd just go on late night drives. Because for whatever reason, when you're 19, you're like, I can do whatever I want now. When you're 18, you're still like, I don't know if I should tell my parents I'm just going to go for a drive. But then when you're 19, you're like, I'm going to go for a drive. And they're like, all right, you're an adult. At least my parents were. I would just go and drive around and listen to Vienna by Billy Joel. Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Wow, that line is so good. I would just drive around and listen to that song and just be introspective and just think about my life. Because the best part is when he says, you got your passion, you got your strife, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? And there's this whole thing about like, what's the trouble? What's the hurry about? 2/3 of the clips I'm releasing are of you and Tony. Nice. Have you seen any of the stuff on the Afroman trial? Minty, not really. I'm like slightly aware of it in my peripheral as St. John's takes an 18-3 lead. I'm slightly aware of the Afroman stuff in the peripheral of my brain activity, but ultimately, no, I've not really been too well versed in the Afroman trial. Slow down, you crazy child. And he says, you're so ambitious for a juvenile. My favorite when he says, you can't be everything you want to be before your time. And I thought about that line a lot. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. There's such a rush to get things done. There's such a rush to be something, right? You graduate high school and you don't know, you're standing in the in-between and you just want to be there. You want to be at that next spot so bad. You're in college, you want to just graduate. You want to get to the job. You have the job, you want to get to the next job. You want to get to the promotion, the one where you can actually start making some bread. You want that, then you want to get to the wife. Then you get the wife and you want to get to the kids. Then you want your kids to grow up. Like, grow up, hurry up, grow, get taller. Start walking. I used to just drive around and listen to Vienna all the time. I forgot about that, man. I forgot about that a lot. Just not knowing what to think sometimes was really difficult. Dude, being Dude, your early 20s and your late 18s and 19s are really, really tough. They're like a tough mental challenge. Especially for a guy like me, and I don't know your guys' situations, and sorry to do this on the eve of, or on the, so close to your birthday, unruly, but holy crap, St. John's is destroying Northern Iowa. Like an hour ago, I was like, hey, there might be an upset alert here. They're up 20-3. I might be the dumbest guy in the universe. Looking at some of these things that I've done today. Look at my hands. Dude, your 20s suck. Like your early 20s are really hard. Trying so hard to figure things out and you just don't know anything. And you want so badly just to like fast forward. One of the hard parts is because you're coming out of high school. And for me personally, I was like I had relative status in high school. And so I went from being like very well known and like liked and cared about and concerned over, I guess, to being pretty much like instantly like on my own or alone, going to community college, playing baseball, trying for a dream that I wasn't super passionate about, but still kind of doing because I didn't really have any other passions. You're trying really to like figure out, I think in your 20s and your late teens, like what are you passionate about? Because your passions and your desires change so rapidly, dude. Like, right, you're 17 years old and you're like, I have no desire for a kid. 10 years later, you're like, give me one of those, dude. I want one of those things so bad. Your desires rapidly change over your lifetime. That's why big decisions suck so badly. Like huge life decisions are so tough sometimes because you're thinking of it from the perspective of where you're at right now currently as a human being and not necessarily at the perspective as someone who is down the road, like down the line. If I look back on my life, so real, it's a mental battle. If I look back on my life, like some of the decisions I've made, like sure, I wish I maybe made a different choice here and there, but ultimately I don't find myself thinking I would change too much. Not because I'm sitting here like, dude, look at me, I'm so sick. Bro, I'm not. I'm literally like sitting here in my room alone for 4 hours talking to an awesome group of dudes, but like what I'm doing is crazy. I'm 29. A lot of people have wife and kids right now and like a high paying job and they have a 401k. I don't have any of that. Dude, I'm in mad debt to do this. I couldn't afford my old apartment doing this. Like, you look back on some of the decisions that you make throughout time and throughout your life and I find myself not regretting any of them because I was who I was when I made that choice. I'm not me right now. I'm not ZCA. I'm who I was. So don't beat yourself up for something dumb you did when you were 14. I have dudes that made gnarly mistakes. Gnarly mistakes in their life. Like go to jail, detrimental things, like hurt your entire well-being in life. I know people made some big mistakes in life. I also know people who, and you guys will at some point, everyone will, but I also know people who have died from their mistakes. I know multiple people who I graduated high school with who are dead now because of they never stopped partying and the things that they were doing. I was partying. I was doing all that stuff too. Maybe like slightly more responsible, but I find myself not regretting some of the decisions I made when I was younger or the mistakes I've made in my life because it all leads you to where you're going, right? How daft would you be if you were like, hey, I'm going to let this thing I did 4 years ago completely ruin me. I'm going to just let it completely affect me, take over my life, take over my mental health. I'm going to start drinking and doing drugs to avoid the pain of it. And I'm just going to try to suppress all of that away. And I'm going to let that thing that happened 4 years ago have insane power over my life right now. That's the dumbest thing you could ever think of doing. Like, let's say, this is so dumb, but I don't even, if you had a kid and your kid was like, hey, Dad, I'm 8 now, but when I was 4, do you remember when I got in really, really big trouble that one day for unbuckling my seatbelt while the car was moving? And you're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, because of that, I'm gonna beat myself up for my entire life, and I know I'm 8 now, but I'm gonna like use that to like suppress myself. You would grab your kid by the shoulders and be like, no, you're not, dude. It's fine. You made a mistake, move on. But yet we do it to ourselves all the time. Someday, if I ever get successful enough, I want to get into IT, but I don't have the money for it to go back to school for it. And I don't like the idea of debt. Minty, I'm with you, dude. I don't like the idea of I'm one who's starting fresh right now. I was talking to my friend last night about this idea of like, should I go and pursue this dream or should I like kind of stay the course? Do you know how like small or how short of a time period like 4 years is? 4 years is like, I know coming out of high school, you're like, dude, high school took forever. High school takes so long. 4 years is such a long time. The older and older you get, you realize 4 years is like really, really not that much. I think it legit takes like 4 years of hard work to like truly grow something or to become something or to change the way you are or to like change the thing that you're doing. So like Minty's saying like, I always wanted to go in IT, but I don't know if I can go back to school for it or take on the debt. It's not even that, dude. It's more like, do I have am I willing to take 4 years off from my current trajectory and completely reorient and change everything? The older you get in life, the harder it is to make those reorienting changes. The fact I'm doing it at the age I am right now is the craziest part because luckily I have a security system and where that's able to help me out, at least write the course as of right now. But, leaving my job with Trevor Wallace is like, we were touring the country. I was about to make a bag, but basically throwing all that away was not the logical choice, but it was the right choice because I'm pursuing my dream. Basically, like, if you're young and if you're old, screw it, bro. If you're in your 20s or your like early 30s, if you're between the ages of 18 and 35, drop everything. Like, drop everything. It's not that hard to get comfortable. To like find a job. If you got your head on your shoulders, you're listening to TBWZ. You're not some idiot. You're not like in Jason Ween's chat right now, just like, like you got your head on your shoulders if you're listening to TBWZ. Bro, make mistakes. Do something dumb. Move to a new country. Move out of state. Go somewhere with, bro, I am confident enough in myself to be like, if I dropped everything and moved to like Montana without any clothes and with no money in a bank account, I would not die. I'd survive. I would figure it out. You'd get on food stamps. You'd get this. You'd make some friends. You'd get a job at a bar. You'd turn that job in a bar into a job at a ranch. And you turn that job in a ranch into 2 years later, now you're running the ranch. Now, like, you would land on your feet no matter where you go. The thing that holds us back from going from that stuff is fear. Because fear of uncomfortability. Too often, dude, we're pursuing comfort. Yeah, dude. Right now I'm working construction, which is nice and it gets me by, but I feel like I could do better even if it means living uncomfortable for a few years. Minty, that's where I'm getting at is your 20s and 30s should not be about pursuing comfort. Should not be about pursuing comfort. Pursue comfort when you're 50 and 60 years old. That's when I think you pursue comfort, is later on in life. Dude, have you ever been like so overwhelmed and so stressed? And like, whether it's finals, whether it's work, whether it's personal life, whether it's an illness in the family, an illness to yourself, like so overworked and so stressed. And then you're like, I need to take 2 weeks off. And then you get like 3 days of a break and you're like, oh, I'm good. Like you recovered. Dude, 2 weeks ago, I was gassed. And I'm like, I need to take a week off from the show. I ended up taking a full Saturday off and then like a full Tuesday off. I'm fine. Ready to go. In my head, I needed so much more than I actually did need. So I think sometimes in your head, you're like, I need to rest. I need to be comfortable. I need to do this. I need to be able to pay my... like sometimes you don't, dude. Sometimes you need to just be uncomfortable and just go through the weeds. I think it's more important than like chasing comfortability. Minty, you're the man, dude. Shout out to anybody who works construction. It's not easy. It's hard work. And it's work that's very needed. 10 to 24 right now, St. John's, Northern Iowa. Jeez, man. And St. John just put up another bucket. I'm such a loser. See what I mean? I hate myself. I hate my life. Sports betting just makes you hate yourself. UCLA is up 10 on UCF. They got a cool 22-12 lead. And Purdue only up 7 right now, 10 minutes into the first half against Queens, North Carolina, not Queens, New York. I was sitting here thinking that Queens was New York. I guess it's North Carolina. I feel like an idiot. Dude, yeah, I was stressed when me and my family got COVID, but we made it through, and we did have someone die in the family. I'm so sorry, but my immediate family was okay. Dude, in the moment of the stress, you're like, holy crap, life cannot get any worse. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. And then like a week goes by and you're like, oh, okay, I'm good. But that kind of ruined you. I got asthma and messed up my lungs. Even to this day, Oreo, I'm so sorry about that, bro. That's so frustrating. Having a chronic illness issue like that is, a lot of people let it completely demoralize them. Dude, you could right now, Oreo, You could completely use that as an excuse for the rest of your life. The reason I didn't make the varsity team is because of this. The reason I didn't even try to go out for the soccer team was this. The reason I didn't ask that girl to the dance is because of this. Oh, the reason I didn't pursue that job or apply to that school was because of this. Like, I just encourage you guys never to use anything as an excuse. It's a lot easier said than done, and I'm not good at it, dude. Hand up, I'm not good at that. I'm even today, I'm using those kids from Long Island as an excuse to like not put on a good show. Even though I think today's been fun. They've done a good job at like really hurting my flow and my rhythm of the show. And it's not cool, and there's really nothing I can do about it, but bro, I'm so sorry on Oreo. One day I'll have enough money to help you out, but right now I don't even have enough to help me out. It's no excuse. Everything can be an excuse. I'm tired. I'm not qualified. I don't feel very good. I'm hungry. I'm low energy. I've got 13-year-olds from Long Island attacking me and ruining my show. That's why I couldn't go live today. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I refuse. I thought I handled it decently well, but I don't know what to do about them. It is still a great mystery. Tony's idea was good, but also terrible because they're not getting punished, and kids need to learn a lesson. 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds that do not do well need to be punished. And if you don't punish them, dude, they get away with everything that they want. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to get away with this forever. Can I get rid of him, or do you think that will give them what they want? XD, I don't even know, dude. Because we could have just blocked them and banned them all from today. Here's what I want to do really badly. And I'm going to pray about it this weekend and ask for discernment from the Lord on what I should do. Because he'll give me a clear answer, hopefully. I think next week we just rock with it. And hopefully they become fans. I would love if they became fans of the show and cared enough about the show to like actually want to watch it and not just troll me and ruin my life. Because, dude, they're ruining my life. The worst part about it is I've figured out what school they go to and what they all play soccer together. My one thought is I could get in contact with their head coach and tell their head coach what's going on. So I'm not tattling like directly to their parents or to the school. But by telling their head coach might make them run a little bit, if you know what I mean. And I think that would probably be the best punishment for them. Is like, but then again, I think they might hate me and try to even make this thing worse. But my thought was, I'll hit up the coach and be like, yo, this is what your kids are doing. I just wanted to let you know. They're saying these nasty things. They're trying to attack my show and bring it all down. Don't want them to get in trouble with the school or anything like that or with their parents, but I just wanted to let someone know. How would they make it worse? They could be mad at me, and they could hire prank callers and stuff like that. We've had some like phone AI type prank call stuff. They could find a way. They can report me, or every time I go live, they can report my account. They could do some. They could try to dox me. They could try to swat me even. Yeah, they could swat me. There's a lot of things they could do that would be bad. But I don't know. Do you guys think that's crazy? I mean, I'm taking advice from someone who's in high school, but XD and like Oreo. Do you think that's like too much to like tell the coach what is happening? Even when it's coming out of my mouth, I feel like such a loser. Unruly will give me good advice here. His advice would just be, nah, dude, just let it go. Don't let him. Don't let him affect you. Too much? Then what happens then? What would be enough? XD, what would be enough of a reason to hit up their coach and be like, hey, your kids are attacking my show? If my show gets like, what if I get in trouble? Yeah. If I get in trouble for it, then I will do something about it. But right now, no worries, no trouble. Gentlemen, what an epic show. Just ignore them. They'll get bored for now. If you get swatted or doxxed or whatever. Yeah, okay, all right. Fellas, I love you so much. I've been putting out the, and I'll show you guys this. This is my back end of my YouTube channel. Shout out to me. If anybody wants to run my YouTube and handle all of the posting and everything, I'll give you 50% of the proceeds for the rest of time. As long as you run it. I've been putting out these power hours and best moments from YouTube. So we're doing best moments and power hours for every single show. Please, if you missed the show, you can always get around to watching it here. Look at this. 1 view. Let's go. 11 views. 4. 23 was not bad. These are a great way to like introduce people to the show. So if they're ever like, yo, why are you watching that dude? And you're like, oh, just watch the best moments video. You can send them the best moments. That's always going to be less than 30 minutes. So like 24, 18. It's always going to be a less than 30-minute video. So it's super easily digestible and they can just kind of catch up on the show. NATO, what up? I want to run your YouTube, surely. All right, NATO, if you're in the XD, we'll do it. Let's go. We have a bidding war right now for the YouTube. The hard part is just getting you the footage. That is the hard part. Getting you the footage is the difficult part. I haven't yet found a workaround to it. But I'm working on a workaround right now with a company that I'm working with about sharing footage using a server called Mountain Duck. If it works really well, we might implement it into the TBWZ widescreen radio universe, but ultimately probably not because I don't want to do all the tech and figure out how to do it and pay for a service and things like that. But NATO, if you do want to run some YouTube stuff, I need someone just to post on shorts really, really bad. Wow, Oreo, next stream will be a 35 stream streak. Oreo, for that, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, but I will do something nice for you. If you want to choose the music on the way in, yeah, DM me if you want to choose the music on the way in. That sounds like a fun little thing. You can choose the music on the way in. What the heck? You can choose the music on the way in, but the music on the way out will stay the same. Fellas, what an epic week of shows. I think we're just going to do Fridays a little bit early. Friday fun day. We're going to get out early. We're going to start early. We're going to get everything going because it's 8 p.m. on the East Coast. We want to go out and party. I love you guys so much. Zach versus Long Island was the story of the week, and it will probably be the story of next week as well. I'm going to war with those kids from Long Island. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something to really hurt them. I'm going to make them feel pain and suffering. Nah, I'm kidding. They're 12. Brothers, I love you guys so much. I'll see you again on Monday. Happy March Madness. We'll talk to you again soon. God bless you. Vini, outie. Love you guys.
Won't you take me away? Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind, and I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. feeling blue. The guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. The joy that you're giving me. I want you to know that I believe in your song. Oh, yeah. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Oh, you're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away, drift away. And give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away, drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Just give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah. Oh, won't you take me? Oh, won't you take me? I wanna drift away. Won't you take me away? I wanna drift away. I wanna drift away. Take me home. Let me drift away. Won't you take me away? Everything has a reason. At least that's what they all say. And I've lost my count of the seasons. I don't know what's been making me stay. Many's the time that you've hurt me. That's just the way that you live.